Recording? No, there we go.
Hey, we're live. Hey, I think we're live.
Howdy,
though I don't
everybody.
see anything.
Welcome. Step right up to the portal. Step into the portal.
Thank God you did that because that drives me nuts.
Howdy, everybody. I'm the Brandt.
I'm Larry.
And we are here at the portal in Manchester, Connecticut. We are 1 minute early, so you're probably not even at your computer yet if you were waiting to join us.
We are 1 minute early.
So we will see.
We are 3 Marvel games deep. We're talking Marvel Champions. We're talking X-Men Mutant Insurrection, and we're talking Marvel Smash Up.
Yeah, we'll see how this all goes. Howdy, Matt.
How's it going?
So Larry found out about my secret solo stream on Tuesday night. He was not happy with me because I was supposed to come up here and play with him.
To be clear, you did it and you lost. I mean, come on. If you're going to cheat on me, at least, cheat on me and win.
So I'll tell you, I've been playing Red Skull standard with Scarlet Witch with her her regular one and beating him every time.
Every time.
Yeah.
Can't beat Rhino, though.
Couldn't beat Rhino. But Red Skull was not an issue.
So interesting for everyone out there.
Why isn't it the Larry? Because there's so many Larrys, but there's one Brandt.
We'll let him think that. I have not played Scarlet Witch. I haven't even opened my pack yet that I bought. I haven't even bought my pack yet that I'm buying. I haven't looked at this. You built a deck, so I don't even know what her cards do.
Yeah.
So I've drawn an opening hand. I've gone, ooh, she's got an upgraded event in my opening hand. I got another one of her events that's expensive, some other stuff. I'm pitching that. I'm drawing these 4. I'm not even going to look at them yet. And I'm hoping.
We're not even on the table yet. You're like,
right.
Going.
I'm hoping she's fun more than she's good. Because when I read about her.
Oh, she's going to be fun for sure.
Right. When I read about her, it sounded like she was a fun character. I don't know. I always find this interesting. Like, Brandt was telling me that she has 2.
There's 2 cards in the
2
deck.
Obligations in there instead of 1. And I'm like, oh, are they punishing her because they think she's too powerful? Or do those obligations help her because they're 3 boost icons? Like, I haven't played it, so I don't know. But is it the typical?
Or is it just thematic? She's slipping into sanity,
Is it the typical obligation? You could flip to Wanda and sometimes that's a benefit. I got to be honest. Sometimes it's a benefit to get that card.
Yeah, the exhaustion's a little rough on some characters. Some characters it doesn't matter.
Right.
So be interesting here in terms of that. That's awesome. Matt says that his just arrived, so you can follow along with us. So yeah, I wasn't sure what we were doing. It seemed like we should play Ultron. Because in the movies, they kind of come from Ultron. So, but then I thought Larry was building a deck, but I wasn't sure if he'd want to play the pre-con. So
I thought I was
should I put a pre-con
today?
Yeah, there was a shot he was not going to be with us. So
it turns out those teeth pulls are next week.
I threw some decks together. They're not great. So we're going to play standard Ultron and see how that goes. Just because Expert Ultron is a very long game. I mean, even in 2-player, that can be a 2-hour game if we're reading new cards and everything. So
I want to just do an
intro.
No, I want to do a disclaimer now. If you have not watched WandaVision, spoilers are ahead because I will say something. I'm going to say something very shortly, so if you're worried about WandaVision spoilers, be prepared.
There you go. You've been warned.
I've done it because I want to right now say, so is this chaos magic?
Is that a show?
Chaos magic?
No. WandaVision?
WandaVision. On TV?
Nice. Awesome. All right.
Oh, my God. I've literally drawn a hand of
so Larry's drawing his cards. He's ready to play. So I guess we should go down to the table. But
I want to look at our ugly
we'll
mugs.
Tell people, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. We've had lots of people subscribing lately. And we had an awesome game of After the Empires last week. It was awesome. So definitely go back and check that. It was like 3 hours. The designer was on there.
I don't know how many people are aware that this luscious...
Oh, this is going.
Brandt's getting his vaccine Saturday.
Yep.
I'm getting mine Friday. So I will not do anything fancy with any hair upon getting the
people
vaccine.
just keep commenting on my beard. And I mean, I have so many Zoom meetings and things. And people are like, whoa, look at your beard. Because it tends to be, you're just your face right here. And so I just keep telling people, well, when I get my vaccine.
I remember last time you had a beard and then you shaved. And I was like, whoa.
Yeah. So I said, when I get my vaccine, this thing grows back. I mean, it doesn't grow to this quickly because this is a year, but it grows fast. Like I will have a beard again in not long. It'll just be short. So Yeah, so Larry's doing the one and done shot on Friday, and I'm same spot on Saturday. We both managed to sign up, so then we should be good. And then yeah, we'll be here at the store and not starting to worry about COVID as much anymore. So there's all that. Yeah, no more Grizzly Adams. So it'll be funny. Next week it'll be Larry and somebody else with him.
Yeah, the clean-shaven one.
In terms of all that. All right, we're going to the table.
You said she has a free card. I just don't see it yet because this is expensive.
There's one card. Your little things are on screen there. The confused tokens. Oh, okay. You can toss those.
Wow, what did you do with the screen, Brandt? You made it very open over here.
Yeah, well, sometimes we zoom in and we cut out that, but this is the view I went with. So you got a lot of space if you want to slide your stuff over there. You're welcome to.
I just wonder is it more clear if you see her on the black background than the card background?
Whatever you want. I can put my deck in here too. People can see that I didn't cheat and draw the cards I wanted before that. Oh, wife gets her first shot tomorrow. Awesome. That's so good. I know. It's so exciting to get all these vaccines and just see all these people.
Well, and then it starts, I mean, we've just had not a debate, but a conversation about will Gen Con happen? What will it look like? What will the reduction be? What will the, precautions be, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But again, if every adult in the country that wants a vaccine can get it by the end of May, there's really no reason for Gen Con not to be able to happen to some extent. So
yeah, it's a matter of will people go and then international and all that kind of stuff. So we'll have to see. Yeah. All right, let's fight some Ultron here. Is this on the screen? Step into the portals right there. So we should be good. So you actually cheated already because you didn't put a drone down until afterward. But
no, I put that down before I.
Gotcha. All right, so I'm drawing 6 here.
You're way ahead of you.
You're first. In terms of that, so let's see. I've got clear.
So
I always be running right now.
I have 2 Hex Bolts, a Magic Shield, a Molecular Decay, a Giant Man, and Scarlet Witch's Crest. She has this ability: discard 2 cards from your hand and draw 2. Draw 3 instead of Pietro's out. So I think I get rid of the Magic Shield and the Molecular Decay and see if I can draw into a double resource or something.
Or a Hex Bolt, keep the shield? Or you want 2 Hex Bolts?
Well, if I get the right thing, I could play 2, right? Oh, there's no threat to remove?
No. So stage 1 Ultron is after you attack, you choose to either place a threat on the scheme or put the top card of your deck down as a drone.
Yeah, so maybe a Hex Bolt and Molecular Decay, hold the shield. I'm probably going to use it for a resource anyways.
Yeah.
But I get to draw 3 because Pietro's out. And look at that. Drew another Magic Shield. Boy, oh boy, oh boy.
You get, yeah. I was like, you have too many cards, but I realized you get to draw 3.
Oh, man. I already have an ally in my discard pile in Ronin.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering if I can save a Giant Man, cast a Hex Bolt and a Scarlet Witch Crest.
Yeah, and the Hex Bolt, you could draw cards. So you can somewhat do that first.
Right, so let's flip. Let's have the first thing be both Magic Shields.
I also presume you're going to kill your drone with Scarlet Witch. You have 1 attack.
Yeah. So I'm going to put the Crest out.
Okay.
So I want to do that before I Hex Bolt, right?
I think so, yeah. Yes, you do.
Hex Bolt. Discard the top 3 cards of the encounter deck.
So I'm intrigued if they're 1 at a time. I assume they're 1 at a time. Because the reason is you have to choose to add, and you have to choose if you want to draw a new one. So I was doing it 1 at a time. Does that make sense? There's a lot to think about.
Discard the top 3. I don't know. That's a great question. I don't know.
For each card discarded this way. So maybe it's discard all, and then look at them. It's just interesting.
Just decide if you want to use this or this. Yeah, I don't think this game is not really designed to be like,
So you think you just pick 1 that you might want to redraw? So you've got a 0, a 2, and a 2.
So 0 is deal 2 damage to an enemy. A 2 is a draw a card.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't want to change anything.
So you're going to draw 2 cards and deal 2 damage.
Right, and with that 2 damage, should I just...
You can also redraw a card with that ability.
With the 0, huh?
I mean, you're dealing 2 damage, so you could do that to him. Unless there's no threat to remove, so the only better would be a 3, then you place a status card.
Right.
Or you could increase one of the 2s to a 3 instead of drawing a card.
I like drawing right now, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, let's, is this once a phase? Discard the title and count the number on that card instead. Yeah, so let's redraw the 0.
Redraw the 0. You got it. All right. So it's another 2. So you
That's
draw
what
3
I wanted.
cards. You spent 3 cards to draw 3 cards. Because you spent the Hex Bolt.
Yeah, true.
But, I mean, it cycles.
Oh, here we go. I get an Agatha.
No spoilers there?
Well, it's interesting. I'm pretty sure in the comic world, Agatha taught Scarlet Witch
Right.
magic, et cetera, et cetera. In the show, she's kind of the last-minute antagonist, which, again, is my point about WandaVision. Like, yeah, but anyway. And then kill the punk in front of me.
All right. My turn?
I save 2 cards.
All right. I will discard a Never Back Down and Always Be Running to draw 2 more. And then I will flip.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, did you already do the draw?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're up to 7?
I will attack.
You look like you're at 6. Why aren't you at 7?
Because I don't get 3.
Why not?
Because you're not Wanda Maximoff. You're Scarlet Witch.
Wow, wow. It's that brutal, huh?
Yeah. Well, the interesting part is if I put my ally out, it
She's
says
both.
She's both, yeah.
I wonder if they'll errata that, because to
Yeah.
me...
I agree. Well, no, I don't. I'm not sure which way it is, but I'm fine either way. So I'll kill him, and then I'll put my Quinn Carrier out, and then I will use that to play Mockingbird, and I will stun him.
Nice.
And I will attack for 2 more. So he's down to 32.
Nice, nice, nice.
All right, we draw back up.
All right, Chaos Magic. That's the one you were talking about.
Yeah, no, that one's interesting for sure. Yeah, that'd be... Oh, does it drop at midnight or does it drop at 3 a.m.? Have you watched it at midnight at all? I think it drops at 3 a.m.
I think it's 3
midnight
or 4 a.m.
Pacific Standard. Remember at PAX when we watched Mandalorian at like 6:30 in the morning? Larry and I got up. Brian and Kathy were like, forget it. We're sleeping in. But Larry and I were up watching that year. All right, so he's going to add 2 threat.
Yes, he
Which
does.
goes up here. Look, I remembered.
That's
I'm
impressive.
just going to bring this down a little bit so I don't have to reach so far. And then he's going to go to attack you, but he's stunned. So then he's going to attack me. I'm going to block, and I'm going to play Never Back Down. So Never Back Down gives me +2. Oh, wait. I have to either add a threat or put a drone in front of me, huh?
Is that a threat at this point? Is it worth it or no?
I'll just take a drone. I can hit it pretty easily. So I will block. I'm going to try to block for 3. If I'm successful, he's stunned. So let's see. Yep. Ultron heals 1 for each drone engaged with you. So he's a 3. I fully block it, and then Never Back Down says if you fully block, he's stunned.
Nice. And then you take 1.
From the drone. Yeah, sorry. I was like, no, I blocked it all. And then we get cards.
Cards. Boom.
We each get a drone. And my card is Under Fire. My goodness. It's like if I don't get shadows, I get Under Fire. If I don't get that. Swarm attack. Each drone engaged with your hero attacks. Blah, 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 blah. So I'm down to 6. And Assault. Oh, my goodness.
Well, he's stunned.
Oh, he's stunned. Thank you. Holy cow. All right. Oh, you know what? It's standard. I shouldn't even have drawn Under Fire. I'll live with it.
Well,
It's an expert card. It shouldn't have been in there.
Well, we can play standard hero with expert cards. That's fine. Leave
There
it
you
in
go. All right.
Leave it in.
Standard hero with expert cards.
Yeah.
Oh, midnight Pacific time, but you might be on the West Coast. I didn't even think of that. All right, that passes to me.
Passes to you.
All right, so I think Energy Bear has just got to be the way to go. Oh my gosh, Muster Courage is terrible. I can only add 1 toughness right now. I just realized. All right, so I'm going to try to hold. I'm going to use my Quinn Carrier and play Energy Barrier. And then that'll give me 3 tokens. So then, I don't know. I think I'll still just kill these. 1, ready. 2, ready, not ready, and Mockingbird to kill yours. And you can get rid of threat. Does one of us want to flip down this turn?
I was going to, but
Yeah, if we both flip down, that'll pop, right, at 6.
right. So if I could stay up, if you want to, you could block with Mockingbird for me if needed. If you need to get down and heal because you're getting beat up, Mr. Protection.
I'm fine either way. I have these energy barriers, so it's not a big deal if you want to flip down first because you have Agatha to draw more cards. Then we can flip back.
It's all about the timing because one of us will get the benefit of our other ability based on.
Oh, if you flip down, then you'd flip up next turn.
But you would be going
and
first.
Then I go second, right? So if I flip down now, then
so if I flip down on this turn, right.
If I flip down now, then at the start of the next turn, you'll flip down and get to draw more cards.
Yep.
So will you be able to stay alive? I have Mockingbird to block for you.
We're good. Okay. Can I go now?
Yep.
Thanks. I'm going to play Chaos Magic. I like that card. Play a card from your hand, ignoring its resource cost. Discard cards from the top of the encounter deck equal to that card's printing cost. Discard 5 cards.
Oh, sorry. I was reading Matt's comment. Oh yeah, you're in Virginia, Matt. I'm actually doing a little panel on Sunday, Larry, that I didn't invite you to, but you can. But we're doing Steve from Beat the Game, Dale from Dale the Casual Gamer, and Peter from the One Stop Co-op Shop, and we're talking streaming Marvel Champions.
Nice. I'm going to thwart for 2 with Scarlet Witch. I'm going to attack Ultron for 5 with Giant Man.
There you go. Down to 28.
I will stay on my heroic side.
All right. And I can blocking bird for you. I will draw to 6. I'm going to keep this armored vest because that's going to make a big difference. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I drew Nick Fury. Double time. All right.
See, because like even this order in chaos doesn't work if he's Pietro. I just think that needs to be eroded in general.
I mean, unless
like
that's the way they
it's
want
already that limiting with like, you know,
yeah.
I don't know, it's interesting.
Yeah, I mean, the way they wrote it, they made it that way.
Right, well, I think...
Because it doesn't say Quicksilver.
I wonder, though, if the card was designed for your ally, which says both.
Right.
So...
I mean, it's awesome to cancel a card, but it's not my favorite card to have. At other times, it's interesting. But that is now a Doctor Strange card, too.
Is it really?
Right, because he's a mystic?
Oh, yeah.
So...
God, I could draw more cards with Doctor Strange. Give me a break.
Business casual gamer, there you go. Nice. All right, so where are we at? So we're adding 2 threat, then he's scheming against me for 1 plus 2 is 3, so that goes to 5. And then he's attacking you and I'm blocking.
Yeah, but he's adding a drone for me, right?
Yeah.
Or does he add it to you because you're blocking? Which would be ideal because we're already past your point.
You're right. I think it would be for me. So he's attacking me. What does it say? After Ultron attacks you. That is confusing. So he attacks for 4. She's out. And then I can't add a threat because it would go. So I add a drone, right?
But that drone does nothing because
but
we're
that
already past.
Drone doesn't attack me, right?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
That was a good little cheat there, Brandt.
Hopefully. Yeah, it's funny how you can play this game and still have questions. All right, Concussive Blast. Deal 1 damage to each character. Each friendly character. Ooh, that's you and you. 1 and 1.
Me too, huh?
Mm-hmm. What's his health then? 2?
2.
He didn't get his bonus. Attacks you again. He's going to block. I don't know what your health is. Are you still 10?
I'm 9. I'll just take it.
Okay.
Oh, no, wait. Yeah.
Oh, you can cancel
it.
it?
This has to be... Oh,
no,
I
you can't
misread
cancel
this. Magic Shield. I misread
it.
it.
Has to be out.
I thought it just from your hand.
No.
Okay. I totally did that wrong before then when I got rid of Magic Shields. I thought they were played from my hand.
Nope. They go on the table and you can use them anytime.
Okay. That was my fault. I'm like, why do I want to keep these?
He hits you for 3, and then you got to add a drone. That does not hit you.
Okay.
Yeah, you is the most ambiguous word in this game. I mean, I know that if it was attacking through, since I blocked, it would now be on me. So he's attacking me. It's just not clear. And it's inconsistent, too, because they'll say you means your identity, but if something has guard, it says you may not attack the boss, but that would mean my allies could, so...
I'm going to do some spiritual
just let it be fun.
meditation and draw 2. Huh. Interesting. I'm going to discard an Ordering Chaos.
Be interesting to see how long we can keep that threat there.
Very interesting, actually.
Yeah, Matt, I totally could see it either way, and I'm just not sure, so I'm running with it this way, but I totally think your argument is logical as well. I mean, most of the time I understand you, but this is one of those cases where I'm like, I'm not sure.
Because it doesn't say, like, some games would be more clear. Like, it doesn't say when he initiates an attack, right? It's when
Some things do, like
right,
Spider-Man.
Right, but it literally says when he attacks you.
Right.
He didn't attack me. He was going to initiate an attack against me.
After he attacks you.
Right.
Right.
It's just,
exactly.
It's
so now he's attacking me, so yeah, it's...
Right.
It's hard to know, but it's
in this case, I do think you is you and not me.
Gotcha.
So let's just think this through, gentlemen. We're going to thwart 4 with Scarlet Witch and Iron Man. No, we're going to thwart 2. We're going to thwart 2 with Scarlet Witch. We're going to wait on Iron Man until I go to Alt Ego for him. We're going to flip down.
I can take care of these.
Oh, good. I'm going to flip down. When I flip down, oh, look at, oh, wait, I got to save 2 cards, though.
Yeah, you got Agatha. You can draw 3 and put 2 on the bottom of your deck.
All right, 1, 2, 3. Oh, that's so funny.
Okay. Yeah, I'll try to check. I've read over that you thing before, but I just get confused. And it's one of those funny things where I don't play Ultron Standard as often as Expert, so I skip past Phase 1 and I don't really ever consider what it is. Or if you play solo, it doesn't change, so. Yeah, I know he did update the fact there, though, so. Yeah, and same. And I could be wrong, too. Oh, I'm just going to take my action then while you're doing that. I'm going to get rid of double time and power of protection. Draw a double resource and a maximum velocity and endurance. So I'm definitely going to put out Nick here.
All right, so we're going to attack Ultron for 5 with Giant Man.
Nice. It's down to 23.
And then Iron Man's going to thwart 2.
Down to 1.
And you're going to take care of that.
Yeah.
And I am done.
All right, I already did my action there.
I definitely made some misplays now that I understand a little bit more about her.
Am I better off to heal and then let the energy barrier take this guy out? You know, let me play Nick first. So I'm going to play Nick with strength, maximum velocity, and power of protection. Draw 3. Got a double time, an accelerated defense. Ooh, so these are the ones I want out. I don't have enough resources. If I play this instead... Ooh, that's tough. Oh, look, I want all these. I don't want Nerves of Steel, so I want these ones. Okay. So then, if I'm going to play those, I'm not going to heal. So I will flip to Quicksilver, and I will use this Quinn Carrier plus these 3 to play these 3. That's kind of a fast play there. Armored Vest, Armored Reflexes. So now I have 3 defense and 8 health.
I mean, it's appropriate that you're playing the defense of Quicksilver, considering in the movie against Ultron.
Yeah.
Though he did die in the end. It would be appropriate for you to die in the last turn and then let me win.
We'll kill this one. Ready. Kills. Now you're doing spoilers on Avengers Age of Ultron, huh?
Yeah, which is 8 years old at this point, so I think we're okay.
So I feel like I should probably just get rid of that threat. We're probably safer that way than 2 damage, right?
Yeah, because I'm in
With
alter
Nick.
ego form.
All right. So we will draw back up. Pretty happy where this deck is right now. Oh, look, Order in Chaos, and I can't play it. Scarlet Witch, and I can't play it. Yeah, see, underneath it says...
Right, which is
Natasha
just an
Romanoff.
interesting...
Natasha Romanoff? Wanda Maximoff.
Does it say Natasha
No,
Romanoff? Oh, okay.
I just read it that way quickly. All right. So he's going to add
Adds
2
2,
threat.
and
Then he's
then
going to scheme against you.
Yep, which the most he can do is
1. So do you have an ability? You could lower it by 2, right?
4. By 1.
Or by 1, so it would be a 2 instead, and you'd add 3.
Yep.
And that doesn't seem to be that you can't use it on
Boost
that
icons
side.
on an encounter card are counted. Exhaust the crest, increase or decrease the number of boost icons on that card by 1.
Yeah, and it doesn't seem to be a hero action, so I think you're good. All right, so that will go to 5. Then he will attack me.
Oh, that makes it really good, too, because that's almost like built-in justice right there.
Yeah. Ultron heals 1 damage for each drone minion engaged with me. Guess what, Ultron? Sorry, buddy. All right, 2. Then I have to pick to add 1 or add a drone. So I will add a drone, and then that drone will attack me, but I'll block it. But I don't do any damage back. Or I guess I could just energy barrier it, huh? Probably even makes more sense in this case. Just get rid of it. So I'll take the damage and do that. And then cards. Sorry, I feel a little slow.
Discard an upgrade or support you control.
All right. I have some first aids in there.
Yeah.
I wish I had 1 med team in here so I could heal yours. That would have been better for, again, this was just quick.
I mean, if only you made both decks, you would have known to do that.
Need for speed, so I will exhaust and flip down. Which is perfect, because now I can draw.
Yep, and I can still draw.
All right, so I'm going to get rid of Order in Chaos and Scarlet Witch to draw 3 cards. And you can draw now if you would like to, before I flip up.
Oh, right, yes. Can I have an action?
Yes. All right, I got Nova and Iron Fist. I think Iron Fist is the play here. I have the Quinn Carrier. I have Always Be Running. I'm not getting rid of a ton of threat.
Oh, wait. I'm going to do, hang on, before you do that, can I do Agatha first?
Yeah.
Please. 1, 2, 3.
I'll do these 4 to play Iron Fist. Nova. I'll just hold Always Be Running. All right, and then Iron Fist can punch Ultron. Deal 3 and stun, so that's 20. And stunned. Howdy, I see there's other people watching, so if you're here, go ahead and comment, say hello. Go ahead and like the video, give us a thumbs up. We're playing Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver. We're actually playing Standard Ultron. We're going through a whole bunch of games today, and we just figured Expert Ultron is one of the longer, but it made sense thematically after seeing Age of Ultron to play them versus him, so that's kind of where we went there. All right, then I will flip up. You're all set, right? You took your actions.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I was exhausted. I forgot. Okay, so then I want to play Always Be Running. Do you need me to get rid of some threat, probably?
That would be
good.
Awesome.
1, 2. So I can bring that down to 3. And that's it for me. And I'll hold this Adrenaline Rush, hoping I can play it.
I go.
Mm-hmm.
It's getting on.
Man, I got no friction resistance, and I got no Serval Industries. I didn't even see if those were...
The Honorary Avenger back on him.
Yeah. Oh, Serval went... Oh, they both went as drones. Look at that. Brutal. I missed it. Yeah, look at how fast this deck goes with her. Now I want to play Claw with her to rifle through the deck.
I know, right?
I thought for sure she'd have mechanics for putting cards back in the deck, but she doesn't. It's just...
She'll do Spiritual Meditation.
And it is cool. She's a Mystic on the other side, so you can use that card on either side.
I'll get rid of that. I'll do another meditation. I get rid of that.
You got to shuffle first.
Oh, that's even better. Because then I don't have to redraw Quicksilver.
Yeah. Quicksilver's really good.
Can't play him.
He's interesting because he can just ready any time. So what's cool with him is like against something that says, oh, exhaust a character, you could just exhaust him and then you can ready it. He's not like this one where you have to ready after doing something.
Right.
Which is cool. So you can kind of use him once and use him to exhaust for something.
All right, so let's start out with a Hex Bolt.
Okay. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I'll need clarification on how this goes. So you got a 0, a 1, and a 3. So that's going to be deal 2 damage, remove 2 threat, and place a status card on something. And you can redraw any, and that's used up, right? You can redraw any one of those.
No, let's keep them all. I'll put tough on me. And
is tough better than confuse on him?
Well, we're both on hero side.
Yeah, for when we flip down next turn. But maybe this has to pop eventually.
Yeah, I think that's fine. So that's good. So yeah, do 2 threat and 2 damage.
Okay, he goes to 18.
And then do another Hex Bolt.
Yeah, I'll be intrigued how this works now that I'm in this. So it's a 0, a 2, and a 1. So that's going to deal 2 damage, remove 2 threat, and draw a card.
Perfect.
Okay. 2 threat, 2 damage, draw a card. Yeah, it's interesting trying to manipulate. What would be interesting with her is if you dealt the cards off of your deck, you could build your deck.
Right.
But you can't build the villain deck. So it's really just kind of, right? Because you could do something like UFS where you had that one that was like every time you play a 2 damage kick or a 2 speed kick and then put all 2 speed kicks in, you know? Right. Like that. That's crazy.
All right. So, let's do 3, 5, 6 damage to Ultron.
He's down to 10.
All right.
Ready up.
I get to draw fully because of the Sorcerer Supreme. Such a critical card. There's Ronin and a first aid. All right.
Oop.
Now what you don't have in here, which this deck I think needs, is the one to ready and heal.
Yeah, I had that in there.
Just because it's more
Inspiring
healing.
Presence, but it was so many events, I was afraid the deck would be so inefficient, although she rifles through. But that's what I had originally, and it was tough to figure out what to cut down. I think it might be a matter of, like, maybe they don't all need Sky Cycle because it just goes so fast. Maybe they don't need that. Like, you could have one of them for Iron Man or somebody else.
Yeah, because the problem with Sky Cycle is I don't have enough healing to keep them
so
alive.
it might be better to have Inspiring Presence that you're playing over and over, but... Yeah, it definitely needed some tweaking. I wasn't going for it. I was just like, literally, I sat down. I was like, well, I'll make her. And I was like, building Justice. And I was like, oh, Larry doesn't like Justice. So Larry likes leadership. So let me figure out leadership. And so first I built her with that and Moxie's to increase him, or the other one, Heroic Presence or something to increase him. But then I was like, forget it. Let me try something else like this. So, all right, this is ready. So we're adding 2 threat. He is attacking me, but he's stunned. He's attacking you, but you're tough.
Yep.
So he will attack you and deal 1 damage.
But when he attacks, I'll add a threat.
Okay. Well, first he deals 1 damage to each character you control. Which means you're going to then take 2 damage after that. I don't have a cancel. Does that kill everybody?
Doesn't kill Iron Man. I do have Warp Reality.
But that can't... That's an encounter card, not a boost, right? Can you make him draw a new boost?
When boost icons on an encounter card would be counted, discard it. Oh, yeah, because that's counting a boost icon, right?
I guess it's triggering that boost effect, though. They're not counting them. Feels like you should be able to draw a new card.
Yeah, let's draw a new card.
Okay. So it's going to be 3 instead, and you have tough. So that might have been a cheat. I don't know. That's a rule I got to figure. I mean, should you trigger the effect and it's a 0 and you can draw a new card, or are you actually changing the effect?
Yeah, I don't.
It's hard to know. Based
Just seems like her ability is chaos control, right?
Although they do say Grim Rule, go with the worst, but we'll survive. It's just for fun. All right, so the tough goes away, and then now you're adding a threat. So this goes to 3.
Yep.
And then we get cards, and we're playing heroic. Heroic standard. So drones are boosted. And each drone minion engage with you will pick top card and place a drone. Drones are boosted. Ooh, you got that drone. And he has retaliate.
Hang on, let's should I warp reality that?
Is it any card? Not
when an encounter card is revealed from the encounter deck, cancel all of its effects and discard it.
Cancel all. Wait, what kind of card? Encounter card?
Yep.
Yeah. Passes to you.
All right.
So the funny part is I went through my deck, and here's the problem with Ultron. I didn't get friction resistance or serval industries or my upgrades.
Right.
So I'm not built to pump out 30 damage in a turn.
This is tricky. Let's play a first aid. Heal 2 off of you. Okay. Then we will flip down. We will Agatha.
Yeah. I think you're right, Matt. So that's just what I'm just going to have to look up. I imagine the boost happens, then you count the icons. So again, we cheated. Our goal isn't always to, show off a perfect game, but to be live and be present with people, and those questions are just going to come up. So,
Chaos Magic, you're going to discard 3 cards off the top of the deck.
1. Where are my boosts? Did I put them over here?
Gotta remember what she's got going on here.
So discard 3 off the top? So there was only 1, so I think I would just discard the 1 and reset the deck, right?
Sounds good.
Because it's not draw.
We will... Well, before I went down, do I want to heal or do I want to... I'll thwart for 2.
Okay.
What's life?
What's his life at? 10.
All right, so Giant Man will kill the drone.
Okay. Oops, sorry. And you get a drone.
Oh, that's right. And then I could do...
And they have 2 health. Just FYI.
That's annoying. That's annoying.
But he does 3 damage.
Yeah, so Iron Man will kill that drone and we'll do 3 to Ultron.
Oh, I could also try to kill it. Well, I guess you did. I was like, I could try to kill your drone.
I'm done.
All right, I'm going to play Nick Fury using the Quinn Carrier. When Nick comes in, I'll draw 3. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, she's definitely fun. I think I'd play her a little different with how I don't know that she's suited for the build-up allies approach.
I have no idea. I never thought of her leadership, so I was like, what's something I haven't done? I was like, well, I've done like, the whatever strength and numbers, which might help her because you just go through the deck even more and find her good events.
Well, and this new card they came out with, this must have been in this set. This I don't think I have it.
The Sorcerer one?
To draw 2, discard 1. I mean, in Doctor Strange especially. That's
right, helps with things like that. So.
And she gets Sorcerer Supreme on, which is nice.
Oh, Matt, it's not a problem. You don't have to worry about being critical. It doesn't bother me at all.
Bothers me, darn it.
All right, so 2 here, ready. Then I'll deal 2 to Ultron, bring him down to 5. And then I will deal 3 to him and stun him. And I seem smart to not flip him, right?
Why?
So that I can bring this down to 1 or to 0. You think I should flip him and then we get drones and everything?
Yes, I think just let's go.
All right, so Nick Fury will kill him. This is probably going to flip then because that's going to go to 3 and then he's going to scheme against you. But I guess it just is
I can control it a little bit.
Yeah. All right, so he's going to flip and he's going to go to 44 health. Man, that's a lot. He's stunned. Oh, this is just the one when he attacks you, you automatically put a drone.
Yep.
And he gets +1 attack, so it won't actually be so bad. All right.
The key is going to get rid of that upgraded drones.
Did I attack him? Well, he was at 7 health, right? So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think makes sense. Yeah. All right, I'll stay this way.
Okay.
Or should I flip down for card draws? Oh, I can flip and give you the card draw on my turn.
Yep. The timing of this works out great.
All right. And I also have a maximum velocity, so I could just, and it always be running. I might just try to punch him next turn. Never got my friction resistance. All right, so it's gonna add 2. It's gonna add 3 here, so that goes to 4. There we go. Then he's going to attack me. He's stunned.
Isn't he gonna attack me in the first place?
He's gonna scheme against you for 2
right,
plus 0. That still goes to 6 though. So I don't think you can lower it to -1. Does it say you can't? It says you can increase or decrease by 1.
Yeah.
Is there any definition of no -1s? It's so crazy, right? Like, I'm going to assume there's no -1s.
What do you say? I don't mind irritating Larry. The mountain man I worry about who's so new to civilization.
That's incredible. Most people would way more worry about irritating you than me. All right, so we put the top card
So,
of our
Matt,
deck
what do
in
you
play.
think about the negative issue? Can you take a 0 boost and bring it to -1? That is a great question that would never have come up until Wanda.
Most games have something that says you can't increase a number below 0. But I don't know if that's in the rules reference. I could sit here and look
Well,
for
because
it.
the next question is, because we only know 0 to 3 in that deck, so that, in theory, if you can't bring it to -1, can you bring 3 to 4?
Gotcha.
Because 0 to 3 is the range in the deck, right?
It's interesting in terms of all that.
I mean, without an errata, I would say you can make it -1.
Yeah.
It may,
I'm not going to spend a lot of time, but I'll look in the rules reference and see if there's anything about what numbers can be.
Yeah, man, I mean, I don't disagree with you, but why does it have to stop at 0? I mean, someday they might come out with a -1 boost icon in a villain
There is
deck
like
for a
the
reason.
Grim rule, which says, do the worst thing possible for you if you don't know, but
Right.
I don't know that...
Because the reality is, what rationale gives you from 3 to 4?
Okay. After all modifiers have been taken into account, if a value is below 0, it's treated as 0. So
There
they
you
put
go.
it in there. I figured
Darn
it was
it.
in there under
Darn it.
modifiers.
Darn it.
But I've seen it in so many other rule books, but I just don't know this one. I haven't memorized this whole thing, but yeah, plus like for kids who don't know negative numbers, like 10th graders, it might. No, I'm kidding.
So where are we? I don't even know.
All right, so he schemed against you, that flipped this. Now he's attacking me, but he's stunned.
Nice.
And then we're getting cards.
Why did I get a drone?
Because it flipped the scheme. The backside says everybody gets a drone.
Yes,
Oh,
me?
this drone should attack me then. So, it's not dead if I do that. So I will just block it.
Under fire, the expert card we're not playing with.
So you get 2. He schemes 2 plus 0. And that's the other advance, so that's kind of nice.
Surge and exhaust.
Oof. So good thing we're not playing with the expert cards. And he's going to scheme against you. No way to cancel it, right? 2 plus 3. Do you want to lower it, or it doesn't matter?
Nah, it doesn't matter.
Okay, so that's going to be 5. So this is going to go to 7, and you have to discard 5 cards off the top of your deck.
Which is such a weird, okay.
Well, it makes you get rid of cards that you could use. For me, I've lost friction resistance.
Right.
So I can't set up my deck. All right, and
we got
advanced
someone else up there. Who's that? I
Ultron.
can't tell.
Howdy. It is Lefty. Oh man, Lefty Cat. All right. Hex Bolt allows for 3+ boost icons, so 4 and beyond.
Oh, yeah, it does show 3+. That's right.
Oh, it's on there.
Hex Bolt,
Awesome.
yeah.
Thanks for commenting. That's awesome.
Look at that, 3+.
Perfect. Nice. It's cool when it's cool when you get to a game and you're like, hey, the rules are here.
Yes. Oh my God, this is gonna be weird.
Oh, Nick goes away. All right. So, what is your plan?
I am gonna try to do 20+ damage this turn.
So I should do the same. All right.
I just don't know how I'm gonna do it.
Yeah. So I have these 2 to play maximum velocity and this one to play always be running, and then I would have 4 attack. I have to kill this first. So that's only going to end up having me do 8 damage, but 8 is worth it. Flip.
Mm-hmm.
What about threat? We're just going to let it pop.
I mean, it's got to get to 20.
Oh, right. I'm thinking 10. Okay, so I will use these 2 to play maximum velocity. So that's going to give me +2, so I'm at 4 attack. And always be running is better than Adrenaline Rush, right? Yes, in this case. So 4, kill this drone, get a face-down drone, ready. Attack for 4, he's down to 40. I don't have any other guards in front of me, right?
Well, I just have 2 other guys.
Use my Quinn Carrier to play always be running, and attack for 4 to go to 36. And then I suppose I should clean these up.
Why?
Just let them hit me. Scheme.
Yeah, and you got the energy barrier too, right?
All right. So, well, no, they're going to scheme because I'm going to flip down.
Oh, yeah.
So should I get rid of 1 or should I deal 2 damage?
Nah, it doesn't get +1 scheme. It gets +1 attack. So if you're flipping down, they're worth keeping.
All right.
Did you flip down yet?
Now I flip.
Hey, I'm going to take 2 actions. I'm going to first discard a Stinger and a Magic Shield to draw 3. Then I'm going to Agatha.
Yeah, are we playing Heroic 1 on Standard? We were because we had to draw extra cards there. It's a weird conglomeration because I'm not used to playing Standard as much. So I shuffled in the expert cards, but we're playing Standard because these decks are pretty thrown together. I was literally sitting on my counter before I drove here and just put some stuff out.
Spiritual meditation.
And Larry's never played Wanda at all, so instead of the pre-con, this is what's happening. And it's Dale, the business casual gamer. Howdy.
Then we're going to go spiritual meditation. Oh, thank you.
You'd have to ask Larry that question, but he's in the middle of his turn, so we'll ask him what he thinks.
Ask me. She's interesting. I just don't like the build. You didn't build it bad.
It could be improved.
Knowing what she does, this isn't ideal for her.
What does she do? Because I couldn't figure that out in terms of leadership. What would she benefit?
Oh, yeah. From leadership, I would just draw cards.
So,
I'd have no bonuses in here.
Is there anybody that you wouldn't play the strength? I'm trying to play a non-strength and numbers combo. The only one I found is the Black Widow rapid response.
Yeah, but I mean, Doctor Strange and her are so geared towards drawing cards anyways.
Gotcha.
And they have so much damage potential that some of them aren't attacks, right? Hex Bolt is not an attack.
The thing to realize about that card that lets you draw 2, discard 1, is you don't increase your cards.
Right.
You just increase your potential.
Correct. All right, so first things first. You know what I like to do, Brandt? You know what I like to do? I like to do a little Hex Bolt action. Oh, I got to flip first.
So Larry would have loved Wanda if he'd built the deck, but he sat around here talking to people for an hour.
No, that's not
instead
true.
of building a deck.
That's not true. So Hex Bolt.
I set up the lights. I set up the camera.
Hex Bolt, let's go.
I did everything.
Let's get my 2s.
2 zeros and a 2, so that's 4 damage and a draw card.
I will draw a card and get a card and do 4 damage.
He's down to 30. You said you're doing 20 damage this turn. That's 4. You doing it again?
Nope,
you get a card.
Yep. Ready?
Oh, there's a lot of talking in the chat now.
Oh, so now I shuffle.
You got to reshuffle, yeah.
Let's see how I like it. Yeah, and she would benefit for some resource cards too.
Yeah, so Dale, a couple of the the double resource ones?
No, just Quinn Carrier, Quinn.
Is none of that in there?
None of that's in there.
I thought I put a helicarrier in there. Oh, my bad.
Yeah, she would benefit.
Well,
from
it was tough too. I mean, 45 sounds like a big deck to me. That sounds like a normal deck to you, but so the timing. The couple of things are all these things with the crest and like when we play Hex Bolt.
Molecular decay.
I'm not sure if I flip 3 cards and see what they are, and then she can trigger her ability to choose what she wants to redraw because it says discard 3, or if they get flipped one at a time, make a decision. That's my inclination. Is that's what happens? All right, so we're flipping 2.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a 3 and a 0.
So let's redraw that 0.
Redraw the 0. Is this straight to the face?
Yep.
So that's 9.
Add 1.
So that's 10.
10.
Not a bad card. That's a Hulk smash.
Hex Bolt.
So yeah, that's one of them. And then I can't remember what the other ones were. There were a couple others. 0 and 2/1. So that's 2 damage and remove 4 threat. And you can't redraw another one anyway, right?
Yep.
So this will be a 3. The chat is rolling pretty quick, and it's a little far away from me, so I apologize if I can't see everything everybody's saying. I like when I play at home, it's right in front of me.
Oh, yeah. He's asking Dale about the... Matt's asking Dale about can the Chaos Control be used. All right, so how much damage have I done? 16 or 18?
He was at 34, so you did 16.
Okay. 3.
So you did 19.
3.
12, that's 22.
And 2.
Nice. So yeah, you did 24 damage.
With no resource. I mean, that's the thing. Like, she's got some really good potential here.
Yeah. Well, this really helps. This is that mitigation to say I want this card to become more.
This is good.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of a...
Now the question is, I have a drone in front of me and a boost card. I think I flipped down. We let him get that.
Oh, he's got a reinforced?
Yep. What's he at? 10?
Yeah.
So I flip down and we kill him next turn.
Yeah, as long as even if he schemes out, we just get drones, right?
Yeah. Flip down, kill him next turn.
All right. Well,
oh no, wait! I cannot flip down because I flipped up this turn. Trying to cheat there, boys.
Well done. Well done. Oh, look, I got to muster the courage, so I'll give us toughs. So
I was hoping to get a status upgrade on one of those.
That's funny. I can attack for 9.
Yeah, that's assuming you don't get a guard in front of you.
Yeah, that's true. All right. So he's going to add 3 to go to 6. He's going to scheme against me for 2. Plus 1 is 3. Oh, man. And then these are going to add 4, 5. So that's going to go to 11. He's going to attack you. You're going to put a drone in front of you. Sure. He's going to attack you for 4. You're just going to block with one of these guys?
Yeah, giant man.
4, deal 1 damage to each character you control. So we're saying you can redraw that? That's what we did last time. So.
Yeah, I'm going to redraw that.
3, which I think might be wrong, but we did it so we're consistent.
It wouldn't have mattered, though, just because...
I mean, all your guys would be dead, but whatever, you take some damage.
He wouldn't have died. So he'd still be able to block if...
Yeah, I mean, we got the damage. So it's a matter of you would have taken 4 damage here, right? So if he attacks again or something.
No, because I'd still have him to block.
No, because you committed to blocking.
Yeah.
Then you deal 1 damage to everything, and now you can't then block after you draw the card.
I don't understand.
So you committed to blocking,
yeah.
But then he dies, so the damage goes through to you. Okay. But either way, it would have been 4 damage, and you'd be at 2 health. So, or you'd just die to Ultron, and then I'd win, and it would be like rewriting history. And then it would be ready for Quicksilver vision.
This guy attacks for 2.
These ones.
Oh, those guys attack for 4.
Yep.
I don't want to take it, so...
just kill the 2 of them. Or 1 of them.
I'll block both.
There you go. All right, and then cards. You've got 2 to deal with. I guess that's the only thing, though. You might want to take 2 so that you have a blocker in case he attacks you again. If you draw an assault, because you've got 2 cards. Or I can look through here and see if there's any assaults left.
Yeah, look.
1 assault, 1 Rage of Ultron, another assault. So there's 1 Rage of Ultron left. The question is if one of those 2 cards. But it's me first. Under attack, do you want to take 3 damage or put 2 threat here? We're just going to put threat. This is a nightmare. Every time he takes damage, he gets a card. Do you have it cancel?
Nope. But here's what's great about this is I can Hex Bolt through that.
Oh, right. There you go. All right, it's all you. You can flip down and let me draw cards. See if I can win this game.
Hex
If
Bolt?
you have any way to get rid of that, it would be amazing.
Hex Bolt. Let's Hex Bolt.
But if you deal damage, he's going to get a tough.
Hex Bolt.
Oh, boy. All right. 1, 1, and 0. So 2 damage and 4 threat.
Nope. One of the ones I'll turn to a...
0?
0.
Okay.
Kill this.
Put a drone in front of you.
And 2 threat.
As well.
This is fine. This is great. Chaos magic for molecular decay.
No, you're just going to try to kill him.
Do you... Go ahead. I don't know. Deal 5... Oh, deal this and discard 2 cards. Yeah,
10 damage.
Dead. Then you can give him a tough. But listen, if I didn't kill him and he had the tough, I was going to beat him up to get rid of the tough.
Okay.
Or Scarlet Witch to get rid of the tough.
Well, it's fine just because I have to hit him small every
Listen,
time.
for those of you new to the channel, I can't let Brandt get the killing blow. And I won't block for him either.
Die. I was trying to die.
Well, if you had retaliate, that would have been great.
Yeah.
No, she's really
My
interesting.
thing is I would have discarded these to draw 3 and then see what else I have. But, yeah, there's another always be running.
I think looking at how her deck works, and this is just a quick look at it, Chaos Magic and Molecular Decay are huge.
Got to exhaust for the crest. Yeah, I think he was using it without showing that he was exhausting it.
Yeah, I wasn't
I don't think he was going to use it
multi-using
again.
it. Yeah.
Sorry, say it again because we were talking about this deck. We don't need to see Pietro, so go ahead and spread those cards out.
The Hex Bolts also allow you to draw. So I think
Yeah.
I'd make a 40-card deck. I'd get about 10 cards on the table for resources and other stuff. And then I'd be drawing cards, trying to cycle Chaos Magic because it doesn't say limited. So if we can get down to that low number and just cycle Chaos and play these for free with Chaos,
Right.
I think there's something there. I have to do the math to see how that's going to work, but...
To me, she's a lot like Wasp, because Wasp has big damage events and not a lot of build.
Right.
And it feels like that's what she is. So then
But
I
she's
did
got
this
some
build thing that I
basic
think-
cards that can build for her that I would build a little bit with
Right,
basic.
yeah. Well, anybody. You could you could take her in
Right.
basic and you could just have all the big allies. And
But I think for her, I might even go protection to get some cards on the table to protect her.
yeah. Well, she got 3 of these. I mean, when you're playing solo, you can get 3 of these down. There's 3
Right.
magic shields.
But my goal would be to get down to like 10 cards. Or you do strength in numbers.
Yep.
Draw 6, use those other cards just to cycle. Draw 2, discard 1, draw 2, discard 1, draw. So now you're talking a 12-card draw in a turn, not counting her Agatha and her ability. So you're talking 12-card draw. So if you get down to like 7, 8 cards in your 10 cards, you can Chaos Magic a couple of times in a turn. So like that's her potential big turn, right? Double molecular for free with Chaos, play some Hex Bolts to draw and do damage. She doesn't have any other big damage here. Like the only other way to do big damage with her is
Is there a third one of these?
I don't think so. The only way to do big damage with her is either through allies or through aggression.
Here it
So
is. They were
Okay.
drones. I was like, you've got more cards here. To do big damage?
right, if you want to
Well,
have a,
these are not big damage?
right, but I'm saying to get that big 50 damage turn, or when we talk
50 damage.
right when we talk those
But I mean, how
big
many
like
characters do 50
achievements.
damage other than doing the whole leadership? How many kits other than Iron Man's do 50 damage?
I think Quicksilver.
Yeah.
There's a few. Doctor
50's probably
Strange.
50's probably top at 30,
Yeah.
right? And that's what we're talking about
Right.
for Iron Man too.
Right. So I
50
mean,
plus
again,
damage
I
is a
think
full
I think this is the trick. Draw.
Doctor Strange doesn't do that much damage. I mean, I guess if you have
Just to be clear, in one turn,
but how
I
much
cast.
damage did you
Well,
do?
it's a 7 damage card. I cast 3 times.
Right, that's 21.
That's 21 just in that,
but
not
you
counting
stunned
anything
3
else.
times and 2 were wasted.
Fair.
All right, let's see what chat's got here. All right, can SW use your chaos control to avoid? I don't think so. Gotta exhaust her crest. I played her precon and cannot for the life of me beat expert Ultron. Yeah, that's going to be tricky. I had a lot of luck with Red Skull. That's who I was beating. But I think I was playing Red Skull standard. And the thing with Red Skull Standard, his weaknesses is just health. And if you don't draw guards, of which there's only the couple Hydra guards, whatever they are, the 4 health ones, you could just throw damage straight at him. And she has that card that says, when you clear a scheme, deal 3 damage. I was able to do that. I was trying to make that card work with Miss Marvel, and it wasn't working nearly as well as I wanted to, because I wanted to just deal 8 damage for clearing a scheme.
I'm actually surprised she doesn't have more ways of manipulating the boost icons.
Me too.
Not plus.
Or
this is
cards
great.
back in.
This is great for plus or minus, but I'm surprised she doesn't have something that just all boost icons are +1 or something, or whatever.
Yeah, I mean, this card makes sense, but at the end of the day, if you don't deal 8 damage, it's worse than swinging web kick.
Right. I mean,
but I mean, with that, it's pretty easy to deal 8 damage usually. Like if you're playing basic Rhino,
I mean, I dealt 10,
which I did. You can't because you don't have enough. Like that's the thing with Ultron; he's got way more 2s and 3s.
Well, no, but I'm saying I dealt 10 the 2 times I used it.
Yeah, with redraws.
But again, what I think is great is Spider-Man can't play this card for free. She can.
Yeah, see, that's Dale's saying what I think happens. I think when we played this card, now twice it would have hurt you, but there's no way we were losing that game.
Right. What are you saying?
So this card, the boost effect would happen, and then you would count how many boost icons are there. And her ability says when you're counting boost icons. It's very confusing because they put...
But it's also an interrupt, though. So...
Right, but it says when you're counting boost icons, correct? When boost icons would be counted?
Right. When boost icons on an encounter card would be counted, discard the top card of the encounter deck and count the number of boost icons on that card. And it doesn't say cancel the effect of the card.
Right.
That's,
so I think this would have triggered. And that happened to us twice, so that's fine. We can argue that. But I don't see any way we were losing that game. Maybe because you took that damage, but you had all those other blockers
I could have
for other
avoided
things.
taking it. Yeah,
I think it was fine. Even if you died there, I had the 10 damage at the end. So, but you would have been dead. But that would have been interesting, actually, thematically, if you died, Ultron.
Yeah, she's interesting. I want to see if I could take advantage of chaos magic with the molecular decays.
Yeah, like you said, the part that's weird to me.
This card is really good.
It's this one is better because this one kind of just evens
effects.
itself
You're
out.
getting 3 effects for 2. So you could be doing 2 damage, 2 threat, drawing a card. Like there's a lot.
I don't know what there's no negative effect to this card. Discarding 5 cards is not that big a deal.
But then I start looking
4
at that
cards,
and
3
go,
cards, 2 cards, 1 card.
But this is where okay, playing her and playing an Avengers Mansion and just being able to get it out for free on turn 1 if you're drawing for this early. Right. And now, but the question would be, is there a card we can add that could cycle cards to the bottom of her deck? So this can keep getting underneath, right? Like some cards, I don't know if they're only in hero kits or if there's anything in any of the other specs.
That's the Wasp ability. Again, that's who she feels the most like to me. This card is interesting in that you're just at the mercy of that deck. Obviously, they're giving you this and that. They limited that to once per phase because I guess otherwise you'd just keep drawing.
And to your point, they're giving you 2 3s in her kit.
Right, to put in there.
Arguable, is it a detriment or not, right?
So, yeah, it's interesting, but I wish you could flip her cards so that you could build a deck around it. But I guess you could make it too powerful in terms of if it was symbols.
If it was the cost.
Oh, cost would make more sense, right. Cost determined what happened.
Right.
But it wouldn't really be chaos magic. It would then be...
It's still chaos. You don't know if you're drawing a 0,
right, but
1,
you
2,
could build
3,
a deck so that it wasn't...
4, 5.
You could literally build a deck of all 1s or 2s and trigger those abilities. I'm just saying,
right?
So you don't really have that control, which is fine, but it also just leaves you...
Yeah, but don't forget 2/3 of your deck or no, 1/3 of your deck is forced by her kit. So you can't control that cost, right?
Right. It makes you play cards like this not when you need their effects to trigger exactly, right? Oh, can you remove 6 threat? Oh, maybe.
Right.
But not, I need you to remove 6 threat. I'm going to take my whole turn, and then it's up to you to remove 6 threat. You can't play 1 Hex Bolt hoping you remove 6 threat. Right. So that's what's interesting. You have to kind of play around.
She's definitely neat. I think I was correct in my initial assessment before playing her. I think she's more fun than good. It's not to say she's not. It's not to say she's bad, but when you think of the power scale of some of the heroes we've seen, I don't know that she's breaching the top 5, but her fun factor is there, right? The fun factor is huge.
Yeah, no, it's definitely interesting. And her cards are interesting the first time you see them. Eventually, you know what they do, and it's
right.
It's
well, and there's not
unlike
other kits. Like this is becoming more and more common with some of the newer characters. Her kit's not that diverse because she's got 8 cards. She's got 8 copies of 2 cards.
Yeah.
So, right or no, 7 copies of 2 cards.
Yeah.
And then, no, I'm sorry, 10 copies of 3 cards. So that's 3 cards. 10 of her 15 cards are 3 cards.
Right, yeah, and nothing really stays on the table. I mean, these shields stay out, but how long you realistically... I mean, you could remove those to leave them there, but realistically... But these are interesting because these block anybody, right? Unlike Captain Marvel's, which block her and give her aerial, right? These block anybody.
It says, when a friendly character.
That's pretty good.
We take any amount of damage, so for any reason...
I mean, how broken is this against Norman Osborn?
Well, and
hey, let's flip him. Everybody take no damage. Great.
Well, and even like when you get worried about like if Crossbones gets too built up and he gets a
full
huge full auto, and
oh
you could be like, oh, prevent 9 of that 12 full auto.
I was amazed playing Crossbones more recently, and just it sounds funny, it sounds obvious, but instead of worrying about dealing damage and blah blah blah, just control threat and remove the weapons. Yeah, all of a sudden he's attacking for 2. With no special abilities.
Right. The issue there becomes...
It's so funny how I just never did it. I'm trying to roll through it.
We're trying to go fast.
Yeah.
Right. When you're trying to go fast because you time or whatever, you tend not to, because again, not that this is an easy game, but if you play the long game, this can be an easy game against almost any opponent.
Yeah,
you're not always looking to play the long game.
There's some that make it tough. Red Skull makes it tough from the onset, and Claw makes it tough from the onset. Once you can get them under control...
Claw is difficult.
Yeah.
Because honestly, we could have done... If we were playing long games and had decks that were building more, with Ultron here, we could have just been like, clear the drones, keep the threat down. Clear the drones, keep the threat down. Build, build, build... Then, right, you know what I mean? We were kind of just balanced, like attack them, do this, leave some drones out.
Yeah, no, we weren't super efficient. Your deck definitely could have been more efficient. Mine was pretty
The timing was pretty good too, though, where we were like, oh, because of the order of play, it always made sense for me to flip down after you, right? Like, so then you were going to be, I was always getting the benefit of the 3 cards.
And even kind of what you're saying, like originally when they announced those team-up cards, it was like, oh, that's so cool. We got to make team-up cards across the board. So far...
Well, I got to tell you, I don't like the team-up cards.
Are fine.
Unless they FAQ them.
But, yeah, the timing to both be face-up, to then draw the cards,
I think Wanda Maximoff is Scarlet Witch and vice versa, for the purposes of the team-up cards.
I don't know that we've had an official ruling or an unofficial
The other
ruling.
thing we were talking about...
Oh, no, we do, because it says the identity is only defined by something in the rules reference. It's already in there.
But that rules reference was before they came out with these team-up cards, which is why I'm wondering if they'll FAQ it. The other thing I was discussing with Brandt, and I'll let people weigh in on this...
Yeah, right here. If a card refers to a hero or alter ego by title, it refers only to the identity with that title and not to the other side of the card.
Except the cards they're coming out with now, the allies have both on it.
Right, well, because it doesn't flip. It's totally weird. I agree.
Yeah, it's
like...
So if I play Quicksilver, the ally, I have both his hero and alter ego form.
And I don't see why if in solo play I put Quicksilver out, I can use the card. But they want to then not allow that in multiplayer, as though it's going to overpower the card. Like the card is powerful in solo,
right? Yeah,
and that would make it even more powerful.
I feel it needs an FAQ, and they need to be able to say Wanda is Scarlet for the purposes. The other thing I was telling Brandt, and I don't know what people out there think. I'd be curious to see your thoughts. I would love to see a basic ally, 3 or 4 cost, that you can swap into your deck to replace your signature ally for when that character is being played by another player. So it would be a non-unique shield agent that's, reasonably powerful, not as powerful as your signature ally, but just reasonable. Maybe it keeps all the keywords that your signature ally has. So if your signature ally is an Avenger, it would be an Avenger. It would copy those.
Awesome promo.
right? Because it just
awesome promo.
it's
for them to hand
designed
out
to be a
somewhere.
multiplayer game, and so many characters are coming out now that their ally is someone else's hero. And it would just be fun to be like, hey, let me just swap that out because she's in the game. I'm playing Spider-Woman and you're playing Captain Marvel. Captain Marvel's in the game. Let me take Captain Marvel out and put
literally
Bob the shield
cost,
agent.
Right.
Yeah.
Literally a 2 cost. It says shield agent. It's like a 1/1 with 3 health or something, right?
Whatever. I mean, it could even be.
And its text says at the start of the game, you may swap out your signature ally for this card.
Right. That I would love that.
And it's a great promo because now they just get that card. All they have to do is print those in house, right, and get those out to people, and then boom, I can swap this in anytime I want. And people say, wait, this isn't nearly as good as Captain Marvel and my Spider-Woman. Like, yeah, unless the other person's playing Captain Marvel, then that's what it's for. It's a less powerful signature. But you make it like 2 costs, so it's really or even 1 cost. It's a 1 cost, 1/1, 2.
Or you make it the same cost, 3 or 4, but then it's a 2/2 or a 2/1.
Yeah,
whatever. Who cares?
Yeah, I feel like you don't want people swapping it. You only want people swapping it so they have another option.
Right. Well, they would never swap it in because it'll never be better than your signature ally.
Right. That's what they need to make sure. It's not better than it. It doesn't even need special abilities. Right. It's just a card that you could put in. I think it's awesome.
Anyways, that's my thought.
So much chat. All right.
Oh, someone agreed to something.
Okay. Timing. Seems like she should be able to cancel the boost stars and draw a card. Do the stars... I think so. I think the stars trigger first. There's a lot about this. Yeah, we need an FAQ, so you could play it. Yeah, we don't know, but I have a feeling you can't. What card is raising the question? Sorry.
Dale likes
we were not with you.
Fun factor of power.
The card is her... It's her card. It's her...
Yeah, it's her ability.
Wand of... Oh my gosh, I can't even
Scarlet
call it
Witch, Chaos Control, Interrupt. When boost icons on an encounter card would be counted, discard the top card of the encounter deck and count the number of boost icons on that card instead. So I guess, yeah, it's weird because to count them, wouldn't that be what would be triggering the ability? Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, the question is if Scarlet Witch counts as Wanda, but it's not really a question. The answer is no, but her ally does, and it just seems frustrating. It's just not fun. It's not fun when you tell people you're a superhero, but you can't do that, and you can't do that, and you can't. It's more fun if you give it less power, but say yes, you can do it.
But more importantly, they have said they're designing this to be multiplayer, not solo, and that team up card is more powerful to some extent
in solo
than it is in multiplayer.
I think it doesn't count. So if Larry is Scarlet Witch and I am Pietro, he cannot play the team-up card. Right. Because the rules say that you don't count as your other side. Right. But if Larry's playing solo and he's Scarlet Witch and he plays Quicksilver, Pietro, now he has them both in play for both sides. He can draw more cards and play that card. So it's more powerful in solo. So it's like, no, please don't play Quicksilver because I want my cards to work. Right. And then it just takes away that whole, like, the fun of all that. So,
and I understand you got to draw to Quicksilver, but whatever, you know. But so who wants to see Mutant Insurrection?
Yeah, that's what we're doing next. So we'll do some more Marvel Champions. I'm actually doing, so a couple things on the channel. Actually, Dale's here. We're going to record this weekend, and I'm going to post that up on the channel like a little Marvel content creators. I'm doing YouTube people. And
I wasn't invited.
Yeah, I didn't invite Larry. If you're around, you can come join us.
When is it?
Sunday at 2. It's not live, sorry, so that's...
Oh, Sunday at 2, I'm good. Volleyball's done at 2, like 12:30.
Yeah, so we'll see. But anyway, that's what we're recording. It'll go up on the channel later that week. Probably not much, so that'll be fun. And yeah, Dale's on that, and Steve from Beat the Game. And
I don't know about that Steve guy.
And Peter from One Stop Co-op Shop. They've got One Stop Co-op Shop has their channel where they do reviews and things. They're the biggest of all of us. I think they're more than 10,000 subscribers. And then they started like a live streaming channel. So they've been playing Tabletop Simulator there a whole bunch using this. So we're going to do that. So we'll see that this week. And then I'm working on like fighting a villain 5 times, which is a really long stream. So I'm going to start doing some things where I fight the villain with 5 different decks. I think in order to keep that time down, I'm going to fight the villain twice in standard with precons. And I think that's useful because I think there's a lot of people playing the game that don't yet want to see expert. Like, how hard can you make it, right? We kind of gave up on heroic because it's cool, but you don't need to show everybody heroic. Like, it's okay to play
that heroic is hard as much as it's just, it's not the way the game was designed to be played, and you can just feel that. Like, I still want, and I'll say it again, give me a heroic pack to add to the, just like I have an expert pack of 3 cards, give me a heroic pack of 5 cards that all of them have 4 boost icons, all of them are powerful, and that make the game heroic versus draw an extra card for every player, or draw 2 extra cards for every player. That's just very random, and, you know, but anyways.
Howdy, it's Steve from Beat the Game. He's here as well, so he's going to join us. I totally agree with you, Larry. I think, having some other cards would be a better way to do it. Or just, I mean, the difficulty is going to be the difficulty. I don't know. I don't know if FFG wants to, how innovative they want to get with the game. I think they're more
getting
like,
pretty innovative.
Let's just get more heroes and more villains out.
When you think about the original characters and like some of the characters today, they've definitely upped their innovation game, I think.
Yeah.
They've definitely gone in directions we didn't even think about at times. Like the Ant-Man and Wasp cards.
Hero-wise, they're doing a great job. It's just, do they want to start saying, like you were even saying to me on the phone earlier today, like, do they want to make Rhino a hero?
Oh, well, I love that.
And I could take Rhino and fight against the
Avengers as a, well...
but that's got to be down the line if they're going to try to get X-Men out, and they're going to try to get Guardians of the Galaxy out.
Marvel Legendary did that, where they came out with the villain version where you played villain as your character.
It's a lot less commitment to make one box, right? Here's one box. They've got to be like, hey, now we're going to print
right. No, absolutely.
all this stuff. So.
Well, I do think that as more heroes come out, they are as powerful or more powerful, and, you know, they're going to try to, I hope, creep the game power up as well to match the heroes.
As you get more cards, I mean, right, very simply, Miss Marvel, the more options you give her for
like in another 10 hero decks come out, you can now make a Captain Marvel deck that's all lightning bolts other than her kit. Right,
which you're pretty close to there.
Right, but when the game first came out, you couldn't do that. Right, same thing with Iron Man. You couldn't originally make a deck with all lightning bolts because there just wasn't the cards.
Right.
Now, as the card pool grows, your old decks are even more powerful because you have the new cards. New decks are more powerful. I think the villains got to get a little tougher too.
Yeah.
Or give us another way to scale the difficulty without drawing an extra card, because that just doesn't feel like the game to me.
Nice. So if you're watching now, if you can go ahead and give us a thumbs up on the video. I imagine most of you are subscribed to the channel as well, but share it with other people. We're growing. Definitely Marvel Champions, we're growing. I know people are loving watching Marvel Champions. It's funny how we got, like, in 2020, because what was the year you played 1,000 games in a year or something? 1,005?
That was 2019.
Yeah, he played like some number of different games, and now all of a sudden in 2020 we just kept playing the same games over. Love Marvel Champions, it's awesome. So we'll do some more stuff. So I'm going to try to fight a villain 5 times, so like twice on standard with precons. Maybe I'll try a precon against an expert. I don't know. And then I'll like build. I was thinking I'd build decks that like maybe they don't work so well, and decks that are like, I'm pretty sure this deck just, right, like you would say Doctor Strange just takes Rhino out. Like it's not a contest.
Right, yeah. Doctor Strange.
So I would play that and just kind of show. My goal would be, and I like to live stream, so it won't be perfect, but my goal would be to try to be 4-1. If I can play that villain 5 times and be 4-1, I think that would show off something to people like, this is how you kind of work on this villain. Now, knowing my luck, I'll build all the decks and go 1-4, and then be like, so
to be clear, 5.
Play the villain 5 times, all 4 aspects plus basics. Okay. And 2 of them would be precons against the standard. And
so it's all different heroes. The villain stays.
Yeah, the villain stays the same because we focused on heroes so much. But what about focusing on villains? You know. And kind of seeing, like, how does this work? But I don't know. Can I play Ultron 5 times
you know
on a stream?
Now, here's what I think.
Have to do part 1,
I don't want to
2.
change your mind. I'm not trying to change your mind.
I'm going to read this while you're changing
What
my mind.
I think would be as interesting or maybe more interesting for me. Now, this is me, and I played the game over 200 times. I would like to see you cycle through the alternate encounter sets that we don't see all the time.
Okay.
Because for a lot of us, me included, I haven't played all the encounter sets a lot. There might be some I haven't played at all.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that might be an interesting thing to look for, is like, hey, how does this encounter set work with these 3 different villains, right? And let's see how it changes.
No, I see what you're saying,
how the villain plays.
But what you're saying is almost take Masters of Evil. Is that what it's called? Masters of Mayhem? Which one is it?
Right, Masters of Evil.
Masters of Evil. and then play that with
5 different villains.
Rhino and
right, and
Claw
how did it change how those villains play?
Yeah,
and then
that's
Chrononauts.
more interesting to you than seeing 5 heroes with aspects.
Right, because we've already seen all the heroes.
Because those 5 or 7 cards don't change things that much. You think so?
Absolutely.
You feel like Rhino with Under Attack is totally different from Rhino with Masters of Evil?
Yeah, because Masters of Evil adds those massive those minions.
I mean, it definitely changes it, and there are some like Anachronauts.
My only point is you want to show off the villain side of the game, and the villain side of the game we don't see a lot is all those side.
I guess I was trying to help
events.
people, and I'm trying to think of people not like us who've played 500 times, who are starting out. And they could see, like, here's Red Skull, and here's some strategies with each aspect.
Yeah. No, I mean,
against it,
it's just, think about it, because I do like that idea. Or maybe we should just start playing with some of the other.
Yeah. It's true. I shuffled the normal one into Ultron.
Right.
And to my benefit, I played pre-con Rhino with the Ronin set, and I lost. So I will give.
Now, there's no doubt Ronin and MODOK are very difficult, and obviously adding those in are going to make anybody. But how different is adding in.
Right.
I agree with you. The mutagen form, the goblin gimmicks in a non-goblin deck.
Yeah.
Like, what would that do?
So I don't think I ended up streaming it. What did I stream? I streamed the Spider-Man one. Actually, Steve and I both put up like the same video, like within a day of each other. But somebody said play Thor Basics and play it against Absorbing Man with goblin gimmicks. So there are no minions in the deck. It was a walk in the park. I beat it 4 times in a row with like no issues. So it just shows like, Thor with minions is better. He's just not bad. Like I think, but to your point, if I'm playing in basics, then it's like I've got a Helicarrier, a Quinn Carrier, an Avengers Mansion, and Asgard. So odds are I'm going to drop something that's increasing that hand count, that limitation.
Right.
Plus, with Absorbing Man, I don't necessarily need to like punish him with damage, so I'm just pitching Mjolnir on turn 1 as a resource.
Right.
So suddenly I have 6 cards in my hand the first turn, I pitch, I get a build card, I do something, I flip back over, I grab Mjolnir, and then sometimes I used it again.
Right, and and it's hard to judge, right? Because sure, you could do that with Thor, you could probably do that with 90% of the heroes out there, right?
Yeah.
Absorbing Man with Goblin gimmicks.
Yeah.
Right, so then who's the best at it, or who's more efficient, or whatever. But
yeah, we tried. So Steve and I tried to play Red Skull again with Anachronauts and Legions of Hydra. We think at 4 players it could be possible. I don't think it's possible at 1 and 2 players because you're playing heroic every turn, and he's a tough heroic villain because you're flipping schemes constantly that add cards,
right?
And then he constantly is adding cards. So if he doesn't do that, then he gets that like circular-looking card you attach to a side scheme that makes you draw more cards. He makes you draw more cards.
Right. Yeah. No.
And then you get you.
But see, that's the design though of the game. So that's playing a hard version without playing heroic.
Correct.
Right.
Yeah.
So and that's what I'm talking about.
So it'd be fun to play 4 players because I don't think that one. What the heck did we do? Claw heroic 1 for 2.5 hours.
Yeah. Claw.
And we had done like 12 damage.
Yeah, because he just is so random with all his flips.
Ooh, it's crazy. So
all right, so let's get to this. What is this?
All right, so we're gonna play
modulars.
We're gonna play Mutant Insurrection, which we haven't played. So you're gonna watch us with the rule book.
You remember? I'm gonna talk. You're gonna zoom that in or zoom it out.
Oh,
you wanted to do.
I don't know, so we'll have to see what we need.
Do
you think getting rid of this map would be better?
Helps because you have 2 different surfaces people are looking at.
So I think we'll go to this, and we're gonna.
So let's see who they chose here. Let's see. They went very basic.
Hold on. Show them Marvel Smash Up before you jump into that too. So then we may get to this, assuming that we still feel like streaming. So if you haven't seen Smash Up, this is where you take 2 decks, shuffle them together, and then you're like doing a competition at sites. So we're going for Marvel stuff here.
Wolverine, Iceman, Storm, Phoenix, not Jean Grey. I mean, that looks like Phoenix. Beast, Rogue, Cyclops. No Professor X. No villains.
Come on, these are pretty standard.
No, I'm saying it's curious.
This is the 2nd generation, though, right? Or is this the? How did X-Men come about? Did X-Men come about with? Is it his dad? Who's the one that can throw?
His brother.
Oh, it's his brother, his older brother,
right?
Right,
yeah, his older brother.
Because the original X-Men, it did have Beast.
But don't forget, that's also the movie version.
Well, how did the comic start?
I could have swore the comic was no Wolverine at all.
He didn't come around for a while?
No,
it's interesting because he's probably the most famous X-Men.
I think I sold it. I think I had
Professor X?
I think I had X-Men. I think I had X-Men number 12 a while ago in my comic collection. And I want to say it was like, you know, Scott Summers with Xavier and a couple others. It was, I'm pretty sure Wolverine didn't come around for a while. But who knows?
Oh, so I think we got a chance to talk to Fantasy Flight Games, and we might have an option of getting Galaxy's Most Wanted. A little early. Yes. So we might end up having that and streaming that on the channel. That's something that I meant to make sure people
Yes, and
knew.
we
so
will
we'll
definitely...
Oh, are these the ones that are original? Cyclops is the older
Angel
brother.
was, yep.
Oh, interesting. What is that one's name? It's like an H or something.
Cyclops isn't the older brother, though, in the movie.
Gotcha.
In the X-Men MCU,
yeah,
correct.
Which is weird to follow. I mean, my biggest connection to the X-Men was the 90s cartoon.
Okay.
So that would be that.
Mine was the...
that was kind of a depressing unboxing. Did you see? You do this, and then... There's some cards.
Anything under here? Mine was the 80s comic books. Yeah, no.
All right. So Larry's going to punch... Not me.
Oh, darn it, man. You got me all excited. I haven't punched someone in a while. All right. So, a little disclaimer. We love anything Marvel for the most part. I was excited because there really isn't a lot of mutant stuff out there. There's not a lot of X-Men type stuff out there. So, I was really excited when I heard this game was coming out. And then, unfortunately, I haven't heard anything good about it.
I haven't heard a lot of good either.
But again, I'm reserving judgment. I'm not a fan of cardboard standees, but I'll let it slide for now, especially because most of these characters I have minis from my minis game that I could just, if I really like this game,
I saw people saying that they were using Marvel Crisis Protocol ones instead in terms of that. The funny part is I saw reviews on this game, and the reviews were down, the reviewers. But then I saw people who were just like, boy, I played this with my kids, or like my small group that's now playing, like us, we're two that are playing together, right?
Yeah.
And they're like, we had a blast. We just rolled dice, and we were superheroes. I mean, it's not, I don't think it's super advanced in terms of that. But I have to say, like, what did you bring that Contest of Champions?
That was fun.
And it was clearly not designed for two people. We had fun. Like it was totally fine. I didn't think it was an amazing game, but it wasn't like I was like, oh, I'm mad I played that or something.
Right.
I don't really mind standees at all. I do like when they make two different sides. It's fun if they do like the front and the back. Although I guess it's weird to be like, here's Phoenix and here's her butt. Like
here's her butt.
So, but it's kind of cool when they make them, real in terms of that. There's lots of options here. The other thing I saw, like Dice Tower is the big reviewer, and actually, so if people don't know, in addition to the channel, we have a podcast called the Portal Gaming Podcast, which is what I've done for years. And Larry's been on there, and Kat's been on there, and Brian's been on there. But it's pretty much now me going around with some of my industry friends and talking and reviewing games with them. You saw Eric Summer earlier on the channel. I did one with Jason Perez. He's also on One Stop Co-op Shop and his Shelf Stories. He's actually putting that up on his channel. But you can actually check out the podcast. I've been doing that, and we're actually part of the Dice Tower Network. We're friends with Tom Vassell and Z Garcia and
not me. Tom doesn't like me. It's okay.
Oh, well,
I like Tom.
And some of the others there.
We have a fun little rapport when we play some games.
That's true. Yeah, Larry will instigate Good Critters.
Oh, that was awesome. Yeah. That's one of yeah.
So there's the podcast as well if you want to go and check that out. I'm actually starting to, like I said, I'm recording those with people and put them up on here, and you can watch us live recording those, which typically are like at 9:00 at night when I'm passing out, as everybody knows.
Yeah, just for those that don't know me well, you know that expression, don't poke the bear? I love poking the bear. Wouldn't you agree, Brandt?
Oh, this game went over well with them. Nice.
Brandt's ignoring me.
I am.
I'm saying I like poking the bear. Proof of purchase, very important.
Larry does like poking the bear. That is correct. Yes, for sure.
It's fun. If you don't poke the bear, you don't have fun.
So the other thing we were told, Geeks and Gurus, they're actually in Connecticut as well.
Oh, that's a cool name, Geeks and Gurus.
Yeah, so
I don't know you, but I like your name.
Their channel they were saying to me there.
Freaking gorgeous art, though.
Yeah.
Like really good art on
They were saying that it wasn't as fun playing just one character each, so we might want to try two characters each and see how convoluted it gets.
Without knowing the game?
It's up to you. I can't imagine it's that complex. I don't know how long it makes.
But I mean,
I'm
let's
fine
try
either
it out. We wouldn't have done that if you didn't hear that. So let's try
I
it
wouldn't
too,
have done that if I didn't hear that. There you
and
go.
see what we think. It looks like there's going to be multiple scenarios for this. There's the characters to go with the standees. There's some friendship, some other cards, some game round, clever. All right.
Well, I see some people that were excited. They said this game's fun. They're excited for this game. Others are saying dice are no good. I would actually encourage people. I think the best game I've played this year was that After the Empire that we did last week. Go back and check out that stream. The designer was with us, which was really neat. And actually, the other designer commented. I posted that up on BGG as well. You can check it out there. It's like a 3-hour stream. We unboxed. We read the rules, which is where I am now in terms of that. But that was a really good game. That's not dice rolling. There's a little bit random when you flip the cards to see what enemies are attacking, but that makes sense.
Yeah,
that you wouldn't know who's going to invade you.
Listen,
Larry lost, so he's going to tell you it was a bad game.
No,
but he literally wins every game unless we're streaming. If we're streaming, I beat him all the time.
I want to play it again, though, because, again, knowing how the game scores, I would do a lot of things differently. But,
like when?
Well, here's the thing. I had the best castle. I was the most defended. So if the game was win by not getting attacked and loot,
I had the best castle.
He wins by his whole castle getting destroyed. The guys coming inside and him having like 1 or 2 last surviving men holding off.
It was Ragnarok.
Whereas my castle walls are still standing at the end. It
was too pristine. Nobody believed you actually were in a battle.
I know.
You were efficient. You were like, oh, here come 30 people. They're all dead.
Right. I had all the stone turrets. I'm like, kill.
So if we're only going to play 2 characters,
it was fun. I did enjoy the game a lot. But what I was going to say, for anyone who said something about dice, I am a relatively heavy Euro gamer. I mean, we've played our fair share of heavy games.
Until 2020, I would say that would definitely be the definition.
2020, unfortunately, it's hard to do it. But my point is, there are plenty of games that you roll dice and are still strategic and still fun and still not just random dice. And a lot of games mitigate dice. So I wouldn't be afraid of dice. Now, some games are just dice chuckers, and if you don't like dice chucking, that's one thing, but I won't be afraid of dice.
He's going in the box.
Okay. I can't go on it?
On the box.
On the box. I have a game round. What time is it? Is our friend Mike, who's running the store right now, getting done that he can join us and we can get 3?
No, it's 7 o'clock.
Oh, darn it. Maybe he can join us for Smash Up. Because Smash Up sucks it too, in my opinion. Regular Smash Up, which I assume Marvel.
You're really selling it there, Larry.
Well, Smash Up's an awesome game, but it's really designed to be played multiplayer.
Oh, 2 random continent. I need those cards back.
Well, you made me put them in the box.
No, they're on the box. All right, so let's get rid of South America because it's way too south of us. And let's get rid of Africa. And we'll play with North America, Asia and Europe. We'll be here. You got stuff all over here.
I just took everything out and spread it out so people can see some of the components. I don't know.
All right. This is going to go here. These threat decks are going to get shuffled and put above there. And then this is going to get shuffled. That makes sense what I'm saying?
Nope.
These go above their colors.
Yep.
And this is just another deck. Oh, that might get blocked. Just line it up on the camera so you don't run into that. Easy, normal, hard, extreme. Easy or normal?
Hard.
Classic. All right, just in case it's too easy.
I mean, we just said we're amazing gamers that know hard games and don't be afraid of dice. And
I think the reason people said it wasn't as good with 2 is because there's cards that let you interact with the other heroes if you're at the same location. But if there's 2 of us, we're going to go to separate locations, and then you can't do that. So that was kind of the idea. All right, flip missions.
For those that don't know, I do not like playing 2 characters in any game.
Deck face up. Oh, I didn't know that, actually. That's weird.
Yeah, even though it's not that I'm not capable, I just don't enjoy it.
Pick a continent, Larry.
The continent we are currently on. Or in.
Cloud 9. All right. The Blob.
And you have all this stuff. Magneto, other stuff. I don't know what this stuff is.
Me neither.
It looks like
these are the missions. These are scenarios we're going to play. So choose a plot and place it.
I'm going to be right back while you're setting that up and do a quick little bathroom break and answer this phone that's been ringing, and not carry my mic with me. I'm not stupid. No, I can't get the mic off my. Oh God, it's one of these things.
Might be the plots. I don't know. Oh man. Oh, the question about that's a good point. If it says discard cards, I don't think it's confusing between discard and draw. So there's definitely some rules that need to be looked up there in terms of all of that. Because yeah, if you run out of cards when you're discarding, I think you stop. When you're drawing, those are some rules I just have to pay attention to. Yeah. No, it makes sense. I see Steve Compton on Dice Games just not being the same. Yeah, it's that. So the thing that Larry was talking about is that there's random input and random output. So where Dice Games work better is if you can roll them and then mitigate them. So one of my favorites is what's that dungeon one? One Deck Dungeon. So like if there's an app actually for One Deck Dungeon, you could try that out. But you collect your whole pool of dice, you roll them, and then you literally use all of your abilities to manipulate those dice. And that's a lot better. One of my favorite games I play with my wife is called Castles of Burgundy. It's the same thing. You roll your dice, and then there's all this mitigation and different things you can do. Where dice is frustrating is if it's just random output. It just says, you make all your decisions, and you roll your dice and see what happens. It's not as fun. This is kind of that middle where it's Yahtzee. So it's you roll and decide, do I like that? Roll again. Do I like that? Roll again. So you're kind of stuck without that. We'll see what kind of manipulation you get in terms of all that. All right. Choose a plot card and place it in view of all players with the plot side face up. Resolve any setup text on that card. Set aside the double-sided story cards until an effect tells you to put one into play. For the first game, use the Brotherhood of Mutants. I imagine that's like what every stream is doing, but probably for a reason. So I'm going to do second Genesis, though, to be a little rogue, if you will, here in terms of that. And I am going to play Beast for sure. Beast and Nightcrawler would be my favorite two, but there's no Nightcrawler. I know that. That was something that people said in terms of all that. Are these all out? I don't know the difference in all of these. Thanks, everybody, for watching. I know it's a little boring when it's just, hey, I'm, face down looking at stuff in terms of all that. 32 story cards, threat cards, bond cards, mutant cards, assist cards. Wow, there's a lot here. Okay, so we're going to keep these here. So setup says randomly return 6 unused heroes to the box. Those heroes cannot be chosen for this game. Then put new blood into play. These are numbered. That's going to help a whole bunch. So it said play with Brotherhood of Mutants, and so I purposely picked second Genesis because I figure every stream that has this game and every channel that put this game up played the first one. So I'm like, we're going to play a different one.
We're going to play a different one.
All right, so we have to pick 6 of these and put them back in the box, and they can't be chosen.
Well, this is weird. So
it says random.
But it's weird. Like, do we want to do that before you pick your character?
Is
it just saying you can't pick
these
characters?
Well, I want to be Beast or Nightcrawler, and there's no Nightcrawler. So I'm like, I'm going to be Beast.
Okay, I'm going to be Colossus.
I think you can then take 6 of those and put them back. I mean, I think that's what it's going to do, but whatever.
Or should we do it the right way?
Just take 6 of those at random.
But not Beast or Colossus?
Oh, no, it's just... Oh, no, it does say randomly.
Oh, let's see.
Oh, man. It's so rude.
We're going to do... I don't want someone on this stream saying,
You get it wrong. All right, so we have to complete new blood here.
Okay, ready? First one, and I'm really not doing this on purpose, but I have a feeling I'll pick Beast eventually. Gambit, he was one I was thinking about because people don't like Gambit. I like Gambit. People are like, oh, what's a superpower? Stupid.
What's his power? It's stupid. He throws electrified cards and has
they're
a
like-
stab. Oh, come on. You're such a meanie.
I didn't do it on
I tried
purpose.
to cheat, and you wouldn't let me cheat.
Oh, another good one.
Well, now I'm going to be Magneto.
Oh!
Of course, Colossus isn't going to go. Who is that?
Cyclops.
Oh, it looked like a person with red hair. I didn't realize it was his eye beam.
All right.
You just did that so you could get rid of Beast. So
No, I was random. I did not. You
All
could
right.
choose Colossus now to get me.
That's right. All right. All these boring characters.
Come on, Wolverine and Colossus.
No,
Speedball special.
Nobody wants to be Wolverine.
Speedball special. That's like their
All
thing.
right. This is either Iceman or Silver Surfer, but I don't actually know the difference. I think that's Iceman.
Don't say that on stream, man. People are gonna like.
Well, Silver Surfer.
you
would
know how
have
many
a
people
Silver
just unsubscribed? Like seriously, I don't know the difference between Iceman and Silver
No,
Surfer.
just on this token.
Well, I mean, he's
ice.
clearly ice,
Well,
and
it
there's
looked
no
like that was a
surfboard.
surfboard. It looked like
and
a
he's got
surfboard.
shorts. Silver Surfer has no shorts. He's
I
all
didn't know
silver.
that. You're supposed to know.
Oh, I'm being told I'm loud. Sorry.
I'm
I
supposed
get
to.
excited.
I'm supposed to know if he has shorts or not.
Oh, not
Or are
loud
we
on
on
this
this
stream.
TV?
All right.
I could turn us down. Are we too loud in general, or just the shouting? Oh, okay.
Just me. Sorry, everybody.
Our stream is on in the store, so people can see what we're doing back here.
There's your
Because we're hidden
card.
in the back room, but the mic's coming back here telling us we're too loud. Oh, now I'm Beast? Oh, this is my assist card?
No, I'm just being fun. I assume, isn't this your character?
These
Or
are
no?
assist cards, I think.
Oh, so do you think these are the 6 we get rid of?
I don't know.
Because why would you get rid of the standees, which let you choose? Maybe you get rid of the assists. Oh, I don't know.
Oh, there's two sides to cards. Those must be hero cards.
Yep.
All right. So we get those. We choose a plot. We do the
Here's
setup.
Silver Surfer.
A team of X-Men has gone missing while seeking out a powerful mutant. That is so generic. You must gather new recruits and form a rescue party. Return 6 unused heroes. So these must be the ones we're going to rescue. Those heroes cannot be chosen for this game. Then put new blood into play. Complete new blood. Then complete missions that reward you with mutants to progress the story. So let's clean up this table. Let's get this out of here. I don't know what this is for.
Dice, maybe, or tokens?
Alrighty. Are people still with us? We lost a lot of people when we stopped with Champions, but we'll come back with Champions. Larry's getting a little burned out on Champions. A new hero isn't enough for him. He wants Galaxy's Most Wanted. He wants villains.
And I'm not burned out with it. And I know people love the stream for heroes, but part of me wants to bring so much more to the audience. Well, especially because the idea was stores closed, show them games so that, they...
Oh, rather than just Champions, you're saying.
Correct.
Yeah, no. So we're playing other stuff for sure in terms of that. All right.
I have superhuman strength. What do you have?
I don't know.
Freeze. You have freeze.
I can cool off your iced tea in the summer. I have no problem with Iceman. He's perfectly fine. I don't mean...
Would you rather me get you Silver Surfer?
I was about to get myself in a lot of trouble, so I'm just going to be quiet. I was like, is he DC or is he Marvel? But I know that he's Marvel,
Okay.
so I'm good. I'm not a comics person. I like them. I like all the stuff, but they were not my thing. I don't read comic books. I'm fine.
But see, when I was a young kid...
Somebody said, read these 5 comic books, I would go get those 5 and read them instantly.
I mean... When I was a kid, you couldn't get me to read a book in school, but you can get me to read comics.
Yeah,
so that's I really, and then as I got a little older, Stephen King books kind of appealed to me, but.
All right. So during the deploy phase, we deploy to locations around the world. To deploy, go to place next to any continent deck, school card, or face-up mission. So it's essentially worker placement in that we can pick these places to go. Is this a face-up mission then? So maybe I'll put this off to here. I'm just trying to make this look nice for people
all
as
up
they're
here.
rolling.
They don't need to see this stuff, I guess. I have the tokens when you need stuff.
I guess I'll put these continent decks here then, right? Gives us places we can go.
Yep.
All right, so you're going to go to that spot, and then you can go to a face-down mission and immediately flip it. You can go to a school card. You immediately resolve the effect. Then we'll go to the mission phase. We're going to attempt the missions, which is going to be rolling dice. I assume what we see here. Try to complete those. Then the threat phase. We count the number of threat icons in the upper right corner of all face-up missions and raise the threat by that number. So you see these right here?
Yeah.
These are going to increase that.
Are these different games, like different scenarios?
Yeah.
Oh, this game might be better than I thought.
Yeah. No, I think it's going to be better than people were kind of poo-pooing. Yeah, and these cards are the story cards, and they all have numbers in the corner. So that's how you find them.
Okay.
I thought we had like unshuffled or shuffled that, but it's there. So then we'll flip new missions and draw a threat card. So that would be these cards here. And then regroup. We prepare for the next. Heroes and school cards return. Blah, 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 blah. Exhausted mutant and bond cards if they have any. Okay. We win the game if we reach the end. We reach the end of the game by progressing the story of the plot they're playing. So basically, this is what we have to do. We lose if the threat goes beyond 15. If we have to draw a red threat card but there's none left.
We lose.
Or during the showdown if we've been knocked out.
Okay.
So when you attempt a mission, you're going to choose the hero that you want to be on that mission, and then they can be assisted. Then you're going to assemble your dice pool, which is going to be... how do you pick? They're just telling us the dice. So there's fight dice, power dice, and teamwork dice. Fight are the...
Red?
Yeah.
Fight's always red.
Yep. Red are fight, yellow are power, and blue are teamwork. So you gather the dice on your card, anything on an assist card that you have.
These are the assist cards.
Yep, and that's your dice pool. Then you roll.
And you got to match symbols.
And you match symbols. But what order does it go in? Any order you want? What tokens do we put on there?
I assume these, because there's a million of them to cover stuff up.
Oh, okay. Got it.
And I assume you collect them.
All right. After spending a die to satisfy a requirement, the active player places the die on the requirement to show it has been satisfied. These dice are no longer in the pool. So those things can cover this space as well. After completing all rolls... This is why I like to read the rule book before we get
I thought you did.
in the game. I didn't have time.
Oh, Brandt. Oh, Brandt.
I'm just confused.
Nice dice.
It's showing these. It's showing those covering a whole bar. So I don't know how you actually. Do you need 6? Do you need a die with 1, a die with 2, a die with 3? Do you know what I'm saying?
Right. I don't have the rule book in front of me. I don't know.
Okay. All right. There are 3 types of basic requirements that are satisfied by spending at least 1 die. Power, teamwork, fight. After spending a die to satisfy the requirement, the active player places that die on the requirement to show it's been satisfied. After satisfying all of the objective requirements, the active player removes spent dice and places the success token over it. Got it. Okay, so you put the dice there. And then all dice are returned to the supply. So if you don't complete it, the dice come back. So you've got to complete that in one roll. And then there's damage.
So the only way to get this 3-1 is to use a red die, because that's the only one with a 3. I assume you have to.
Well, it says 1 or more dice.
Okay, so you could put a 2 and a 1 there. But a red die makes that easier because you can get a 3. Oh, look at that.
Spending at least 1 die.
1. Okay. Seems easy.
And then you check outcomes here.
You got success. 1 hero draws a mutant. Put new generation 07A into play, then place this card under the plot. Failure, no effect. So is success all 9 of them or just 1 row of them?
All right. After the active heroes complete as many objectives as they can, they determine if they've completed the mission. If all of the mission's objectives are completed, the active hero resolves the mission success outcome. If the mission has at least 1 uncompleted objective, another hero there attempts the mission by returning to step 1. If there's an incomplete objective after all heroes have attempted, the active hero resolves the fail outcome. So we probably want to go to the same spot to try to complete it. Then we'll do what it says, story cards, briefings. I'm just trying to figure out something that gives us, what were those other cards called? Oh, and then there's the
training.
showdown.
Because like when you success here, each hero trains. I don't know what that means.
Yeah, I was trying to find, what were those other cards? Bond cards. Okay. Bond cards come in pairs. When a hero gains a bond, they draw a bond card from the bottom of the deck. Then they search for the other card with the same name and number, give it to the hero of their choice. Is the bonded hero. Okay, so something will instruct us to do that. All right, let's try it out.
I wonder how we gain these, because these look like things we spend, right?
Yeah. What is that? Like your special ability on your card or something?
Mm-hmm.
This is why you should read the whole rule book. All right, power card abilities. Each hero has a unique power in their power card that gives them special advantage during the game. Each power card ability describes when it can be used and if it has any cost. Power abilities that reroll, blah, 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 blah. So somehow we have to acquire those things.
Or is that
that's
just
your
our health?
That's your health.
So the ability doesn't have a cost.
Right. Once per round, you re-roll dice. You may ignore all villainy effects.
All right, cool. So you think we got enough to start here? Do we know
so.
how we get these assist cards?
It says you get one. It'll tell you form a bond. So.
Okay. And do we know what a training is?
Nope.
Okay. Because I
didn't read the whole rule book.
I think we should go to Blob first.
Okay. Training tokens.
Training sounds good. Is that going to give us more symbols or more dice? Permanent symbols, or because these are the symbols on the dice.
So there are 3 training tokens.
There's a mutant symbol, an X-Men symbol, and a damage symbol.
Mm-hmm. Are they just these?
Yeah.
So it's just going to give you plus, like you could spend it as +1. 1 training token at a time.
So they're not that good. They're not a permanent effect.
All right, so the first thing we do is deploy. So you think we should both go here?
Well, no, because we're going to fail that, right? I thought... So we're only going to have 4 dice right now?
Mm-hmm.
Which means we can't complete
Well, we can both do it.
Right, but 8 dice doesn't complete
Oh,
this.
I thought you said we should go to block.
Yeah, so I think, But there is a fail effect on here for damage.
Okay.
But,
I don't know what these do, but they all heal, so I assume going there isn't super effective.
Oh, heal, then train.
Right.
But every turn, this is going to go up 2 because there's 2 of these, or we're just going to get the cards? Is that what that means?
This is going to go up 2 unless we complete 1.
And then it'll go up 1.
Right. Unless we should start at 4.
Is that normal?
Yeah.
No, let's just start it.
Okay. All right. So then after that, we're going to do the mission phase. So I guess the order doesn't matter. Just one of us goes and then the other of us goes.
Yeah.
So you're going to get 4 dice. And you're rolling for those symbols. And if you roll this symbol, you have to discard a die. The Magneto symbol.
Okay, so I have 3 of these.
But you have to complete one yourself? Or does it say at the end of the round? Do we not need our heroes' support cards?
We can't support ourselves.
We take our matching assist card. See you. We do. Thank you. Sorry. I don't usually... Well, I did learn that after the Empire, but I did get a chance to read the rules. And we had the designer.
We take it for ourselves?
I think you can give it to somebody.
Oh, if you would suffer damage, Colossus may suffer that damage instead. So I feel like this would go to you.
I might have just missed the... Each hero can assist once per round. So it sounds like we could just give them to each other.
So I would roll an extra yellow and an extra red.
Yep. So then we could go here if you wanted to. Thank you.
It's part of my first roll. Okay. Do that. Second roll, because it's like you get the 3 rolls, right?
Yep.
I get a Magneto symbol. So what is that?
You have to discard a die.
So like I discard the die that rolled Magneto, I assume? I don't know what that matters.
Yeah, you can discard any die.
And last roll.
You can re-roll the Magneto one too if you needed to.
Oh, I discarded it.
Okay.
Oh, wait, you may re-roll ignoring. Oh, hang on. Never mind, I didn't lose this die because of Ice Wall, and now I can roll that regularly. Well, yeah, either way. So
I guess if you don't assist, you get 6 dice.
Oh, that's how you get 6 dice. All right, so let's start this all over, even though I did a good turn there. So, you mean if you don't give it to somebody?
Correct. You keep your own and you get your dice.
So then we start with our own. Okay, let's go back here. So now it's a matter of, do we want to roll or, okay, I see. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I'd have 6 dice. You'd have 6 dice. That's 12 out of these 9.
Yeah, I'm confused if you can use your ability. I assume you can.
I guess Colossus can't because his is literally if you would suffer damage, Colossus can instead.
Right. So it makes sense to just shift, right?
But then we don't get the extra dice.
No, you do. You get my dice.
Oh, I thought you...
Right. If you keep your own card, you get your own dice. So if you needed a whole bunch of red dice, you'd keep yours.
Oh, it's just I don't get the dice if I use this effect, is what you're saying.
No. You basically you say you're gonna go, and you say whether you want me to assist. Oh, I want you to assist. Now you can pick either card. Okay. But that stays with you. So then on my turn, it's like, oh, I could use an assist, and you give me.
Okay. All right. 3 and 3.
I feel like in 2 players, we're just gonna assist each other every time, unless you need the same colors.
Okay. So 2 and 2 here. X here.
What is that thing for?
I've not figured that out yet. I guess it would have been smarter to do that. And these 2 got to get discarded, so I'm out of dice.
This is where our heroes go before we select where we are.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
So you went here?
Yep, I got 2 done.
All right. And then I'm going to get dice, or you're going to keep them over there? Oh, so I cannot roll those dice? No. These clear, right?
Right. You roll what you want.
It just feels like a game where I'm making so many rules mistakes. So I need this and that. Do you think you need them in order, or they're just trying to say that they're tied together? All right. So each hero trains, because we completed that. And then I think we go back here.
What symbol would you like?
I'll take a blue X symbol. Oh, sorry. I didn't realize what colors they were. All right. So then threat phase. Raise threat by this number. So we raise it by 1.
Do we reveal a card now?
And then we flip missions based on the number of heroes. So there's 2 heroes, so flip 1 mission if none face up on continents. So should we go here instead this time? Perfect. And then draw and resolve a threat card. So we draw a green card.
1 hero breaks a bond. If there are 4 or more heroes, draw another threat card. What's a bond?
I think it's those little cards. Are those not them?
Well, those are these assist cards.
Are these the bond cards?
We don't have a bond to break.
Bonds are friendship and all that stuff. Is that here? Yeah, okay.
Which we don't have yet.
So there's nothing?
Nothing.
It doesn't say gain surge or anything?
Nope. Gain surge.
All right, so then we would regroup. We would go back there, and we reset.
All right, you go first this time. Decide where you want to go.
So this is the one we need to complete, so we probably want to go here, right? In order to advance the story.
Yeah, but let's go there.
Okay.
You can see what it does.
If sinking ship is completed, complete 1 objective here. Complete 1 objective here. What does that mean? If sinking ship is completed. You're talking about this one, reduced threat by 2?
Yeah, sinking ship must be something else we could have completed.
Okay, gotcha. I was reading this and you were reading that.
Right, it reduces our threat back down.
Gotcha. One hero draws a mutant. That's interesting. All right, maybe I'll get Beast. All right, so I'm going to roll, and I guess we're just going to keep these assists?
I guess.
I guess you can keep your own. So I'm trying to complete rows there.
Why are those things red?
So those are a damage requirement satisfied by the active hero suffering damage. So you have to suffer 2 damage.
No, why are these red? Sorry.
And red requirements must be satisfied if the threat tracker is in the red section. Otherwise, they're ignored. So we only have to do these 6.
That is very good.
All right. So I've got a 2 and an X, so I can do that one. And I've got this symbol, and I need X's otherwise. There's 1, and I get another reroll, and nothing. And then I can use this one, and I've completed it without you.
So does that mean I didn't need to go there?
So I take 2 damage, but you take it instead?
If you want me to.
Oh, wait. Once per round, when you reroll dice, you may ignore all effects. Okay, that does nothing. Yeah, I guess that gives you nothing to do.
So we have to decide at the beginning to go together.
Deploy phase, yes.
That's fine. I mean, had we known that that was 6 and not 8, maybe I would have gone somewhere else, but I don't think I could have done anything.
Well, you can. Just go somewhere else.
Yeah, but I can't complete it by myself.
Well, you could complete 1.
Oh, and then the failure, there is no effect. So basically, they're telling you to complete this over time.
Right.
Okay.
I'm going to let you do that because I didn't get a chance to use the restroom. So I will be back shortly.
What I got here? I got 1 Magneto symbol, which I can re-roll because of your assists. Okay. I have a 2 here. I have a 1 here. Oh, I think I can get more X's. Should I just complete the 1 and not be silly, or should I get greedy and try to... I could still do this ability, so yeah, let's do that. Oh, the Magneto. I lose a die. Lose the yellow. Last one. So I gotta spend this ability to get a 5 for that. I don't get the bottom. I fail, there's no effect. But we do clear the top row. Go here. Advance the threat marker. Oh no, he dropped it by 2. So it's down to 3. This is gone. One hero forms a bond, so he's got to form a bond. I'll wait for him for that, and then we'll do the next part. I don't know what a bond does. When you completed that mission, one hero forms a bond, so you can form a bond, whatever that means. I got the top row done on that one. So like that's why I think there's fail or no effect, so that you could just do it in parts.
Right. Gain a bond card and put it in front of them with the flip one of their negative bonds to its positive side. Bottom of the bond deck. So I'm guessing I'm supposed to shuffle this. So they're saying you can't use your ability, but you can... See, mine's weird because my ability makes sense that I could use it.
Let's say that again. You can't use your own ability.
Right.
Yeah, it makes sense because it's an assist ability.
All right, so I get devotion, and you also get devotion because we form a bond.
Yeah, okay.
You can suffer damage.
Which I already can do.
Well, again, this is some of the stuff that the two players bring up, right?
So
did I
now
have this microphone clipped on? I did, right?
Yep. So now I did everything. Now do we advance it 1 then draw, or draw then advance it? Advance it 1, right?
Advance it 1, then draw.
And draw, and then do we get a new mission thing? Sentinel, target fewest icons. Does this add to something?
I think it's just out there and it's a threat, right? Target fewest icons.
I feel like it goes on one of those and adds another Magneto symbol, so it's like this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because if there was one without that icon, you would get that.
Oh, it's saying, right, it's those icons, right? Threat icons.
Right, so that has the fewest, well, we could choose.
You're right, and it gets attached to it, yeah. That attach to face-up missions and make them more dangerous. Yep, perfect.
Maybe we want to put it here.
Since we're trying to complete this one anyway?
Well, and that one's scary. It already has a Magneto doing 2 damage, so what would happen? Would you get 2 damage and discard a card?
No, it's whatever one you're at.
No, but I'm saying if we went there, put
you'd
this
lose
there.
a die and take 2 damage, yeah.
Right.
Also, don't know what these tokens are.
Oh, so the Magneto doesn't hurt you unless there's something that shows that. Okay.
Yeah, you got to roll Magneto, and my abilities lets us.
But wait, did we just add to this though?
Right. So we made it harder. But if we both go there, or are you saying one person could go there?
I don't know what I'm saying. What's the success over there? That one looks hard.
This one would need 9. Well, that one's only if the yellow, right?
And those 2 are only if the red.
Yep.
So it only needs 6.
Then somebody could work on this one because the failure doesn't matter.
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
And I have a lot of damage with red, so I might as well go there.
But this is 5 and 4.
Yeah, and I can do 5 with that symbol.
Oh, I gotcha.
Right?
Okay.
Like, so that kind of makes sense for me.
All right,
but
I'll
there
just
is a
work on this
failure there if I don't complete it.
Each hero suffers 1 damage.
All right, well, let's see what we get.
It's interesting. You could also go here.
And heal up.
Yeah.
And I wonder, can we take these back?
Which is interesting, though, because then these threats are just going to get out of control, right? Unless some of these cards don't have threat icons.
Right. When do we give these back if we don't want an assist?
I think they go back at the end of every round. I don't know. It's weird that you can assist somebody that's at a different site.
You're like calling it in or something?
Yeah. Then the active hero decides to attempt the mission or to be assisted. The active hero decides to be assisted. One other hero gives their own assist card to that active hero. Active hero plays that card next to their power card. Each hero can assist once per round. It doesn't show anything about it being...
So do you think you roll all the dice if you have someone's assist and yours and you haven't assisted yet?
I don't know. It says Wolverine's unassisted dice pool is these 6. His assisted dice pool are these 6. So I don't think so. I think you choose one card.
Huh. Interesting. All right.
Otherwise, one person would just get a lot more dice.
Okay, so this was a great roll for damage. So what do we got there for damage? I have 3 3s, a 2, and this is a 5, essentially.
So that 5 goes there. Did you get a 4? 3, 2. You need a 4. Do you have a +1 damage over here? No? So then you can use this 3 to cover a 2. So now you need...
Oh, hang on. This could cover...
that. So now you just need 1 more damage, or can you get a 4? What can you get? If you roll this, it's a 5, or once per round?
Once per round, so I could roll that.
So you'd have to roll this one to get damage, which is 1 and 3, or roll both of them, which I guess makes no sense, right?
Right, because that's already a 3, right?
Yeah. Or I guess you could hold this one in case you roll a 2 there, then those 2 would combine. So you just need to roll a damage on that.
All right, I got 2 more
I
rolls.
think. Yeah. And that can't be a damage?
Right, because it's only once.
And you suffer 2 damage.
Suffered 2.
So then you would complete these ones, right? So
would it make more sense to complete the harder one, which is 4?
Yeah, I guess so. So
So
you would
those
go
two get
there, and
completed.
those 2 are completed, but then I guess you'll fail at the end of the round.
Which will suffer 2 damage, right? Oh, each hero
Each
suffers
suffers
1.
1. But I think it's after I go. So those are completed.
If you want my assist, you can have it. If you want red dice, I don't think you need red dice for that.
Yeah, I'm not too worried about it. 3, 4, 1, 1. All right, that token's gone. So I got a bunch of these. And more of these. Damage. Nope. Dang. So I completed this one, and I suffer no effect. And then we each take 1 damage.
I already did. This round I'm going to go heal.
All right. So then we raise the threat by
3.
3.
So we go from 4 to 7.
Yep. And we flip that card.
Vicious
don't
Scheme.
flip a new
Replace a story mission. Is that this?
Mm-hmm.
With the top card of the villain deck face up. If you cannot replace a story mission, replace any face-up mission instead. If there are 4 or more heroes, flip a face-down mission face-up. That's weird. So all that progress we did on that story mission wasted?
What is it saying? What are the names of the cards?
It's a Vicious Scheme. It says replace a story mission, which I assume is New Blood,
Okay.
with the top card of the villain deck, which I assume is that Magneto helmet over there.
Oh, that makes sense. Yep.
And progress is just wasted, I assume?
I assume. But then how do we progress? So maybe story mission is something different?
Unless these are story missions. Those are continent missions.
Yeah, I don't know what a story mission is. Story cards would seem like they're story missions. But if you replace it, because this one says when we complete it, put new generation into play. But if we can't, then I feel like, what does that card say?
Nothing about that. Like, I was thinking if you beat this, you get a new story.
Right.
Huh, that's interesting. That's something about villain cards?
Story cards. Story missions follow the same rules. Refer to the card by name, by the number of the ruler. Story missions, briefings, and showdown missions. It really says replace a story mission?
I can read it again. Replace
I'm
a
sorry.
story mission. Does it say,
I'm not trying to be difficult.
Does it say something about the villain cards? Because maybe the villain cards talk about going on top of missions or something.
Villain cards, yep. Okay, villain cards. Each villain card is a challenging mission with punishing failure outcomes and rewards, though the school can use completed villain to reduce threat. Villain missions look like continents except that they have a purple background. Each continent deck has a villain card in it, and some especially nasty villains form the separate deck. Some threat cards replace mission cards with villain cards. When a villain replaces a mission, place the villain face up on top of that mission. The replaced mission is effectively not in play until the villain mission is complete.
So we didn't lose our progress.
Call. Yeah, it's like...
So if this mission's not in play, we don't get these two
right,
symbols.
So it just has 2
but she replaces with that as 2 symbols. So this isn't here.
Right, agreed. Okay. Whew, that makes more sense. It's funny when you just have to see it to qualify. All right. So I need to go here and get these 2 because I'm not going to roll 9 on my own, right?
Go to Cerebro. Oh no, I'm going to go to Xavier's office.
Ah, these have to be completed in order from top to bottom. So we'll just assume your 5 was a 4 and they were done.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that.
I mean, I had the things to do it. Okay. So when I go there, I'm going to return Blob to the deck. That was a villain we beat.
Okay.
Which allows us to reduce the threat by 1. And I heal 2 damage.
Nice. All right, I'm going to go here and get assisted by you. I'm hoping I get assisted by you. So I can get 2 red dice. And I can put all my damage on you. That was a joke. All right, I need big damage. There's the 5. There's that. And I can ignore this when you re-roll dice. So that would still happen, right?
Yeah.
So I need 2 damage. And I completed that. So reduce threat by 3, each hero trains. Oh, wow. So there's a lot of threat. I pictured this just going up,
Right,
but it's
I was
going back and forth.
About that too. I'm going to take a damage one just because he's got a lot of damage there. What would you like?
I might as well do the same. We might as well go for that one. All right.
All right.
So increase the threat by 2. We draw a green card, and then we draw. We'll just keep going in this order, I guess. Ooh, crime wave.
Another sentinel. Target most objectives. Both of the
most objectives.
These
Those
don't
little
count,
things?
so it's
Okay.
this one.
Got it. So we got to defeat that.
What did you just defeat? Can I have that? I'm just keeping them over here because some of those cards, like this gets rid of threat as you get rid of these guys and things like that.
It's funny here. It says complete new blood, then complete missions, blah, 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 blah. It's like, yeah, thanks. Not getting us anywhere. All right. Yeah, these are interesting. Reduce threat by 3, but then you suffer damage if you don't complete it. All right, so...
Well, and that doesn't have a thing, so we should probably just go here.
I only have 2 damage left. But that's discard 4, suffer a damage.
And that's suffer damage. Oh, and failure, each hero suffers 2 damage. So we don't want to go there until we're fully healed.
Well, we have to complete all 12 of these to complete it?
Mm-hmm.
But 6 and 6, we could do
I wonder, can you just get rid of the Sentinel and get it off the card? Or...
Oh, that might be true.
But then you're still going to fail, though, and get...
But we have enough dice plus 2. We could try to do it.
I'm just scared that we're suffering damage on the Magneto rolls.
Oh, yeah.
And you only have 2 life left.
Right. Until the Sentinel is discarded. The new Sentinel is when a Sentinel is drawn, the new... Okay. Hold on. Only one Sentinel can be attached to each mission. If there are no face-up missions without an attached Sentinel when a Sentinel is drawn. Okay. A mission with a Sentinel next to it cannot be completed. Oh. Blah. Yes. Sorry. I apologize. It would get discarded. So if we just did this, it would be gone. So, my rerolls, I'm fine. It's my initial roll. I'd have to discard a red and take 1 damage, right? And if I roll 2 of them, then I'm dead.
And so why don't one of us go to Danger Room and heal 2 and get another training so that we have enough training to just kill this next turn.
Okay.
And I could just go get rid of the Sentinel, right, on my own.
Sure.
Or I can go heal. Why don't we just both heal? Yeah, I think that makes sense.
Okay, I'll go here and train. I guess just take more damage, you think? Or should I take an X? I don't have a lot of blue, so I'll probably take an X.
Yeah. And then I healed 3, but then I get to first hero to deploy or reveal the top card of any face-down continent deck. Put that card face down on the top or bottom.
Oh, we do still have people with us.
Oh, cool.
We lost a lot.
Hey, there's Sinking Ship. Remember, if you completed Sinking Ship?
Oh, right. Wait, you revealed a new card? Gotcha.
I could put it on the top or bottom. This doesn't have a thing on it,
Oh, face down. Okay.
I don't know what this means.
It has to be done in order.
So only when this happens.
Right, but that's an easy one for one person to go
So
to,
I think
right?
I'll leave that on top because it doesn't add threat.
Perfect.
All right. Now this goes up 3 from 5 to 8. We get a yellow. Another sentinel goes here.
Wait. Oh, because, okay, got it.
Because
Yeah.
those have them. And then we flip one, so we'll flip this one.
No, you make sure one is face up.
Oh, that's it. Okay, so we're good. So we know the next one we want to do. So now what do?
We
Go get
reset and we
Lady
go here.
Deathstrike, yeah.
Okay. All right, and we're switching cards.
Yeah.
I got my dice pool, so I'm going to roll.
Okay.
All right, I didn't roll. Oh, I did roll 1. So what is that? Discard a red or suffer 2 damage, and then suffer 1. So I take 3 damage, but I healed 2. So I guess I'll just take 3,
Okay.
unless I should give it to you instead.
I have no damage. I'll take all 3.
Okay. So then I've just got to look at what I have here. I probably need that X.
You got you got 2 X's that you can do.
So I can do that because you don't have any blue dice, right?
Yep.
And a 2.
And then you have 2 of these.
Yep, I don't have 3 damage. So I could either roll again. These won't affect me. Should just leave that one. Because if I roll damage, I can complete either of these.
Well, you can complete this one right now because you have a 2, and that.
Right. That would leave me 2 dice. But I could save this, right? If I try to complete one. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, I don't disagree. So save.
All that.
And roll that.
An X. Which I guess could replace this token.
Yeah, well, yeah, as long as you complete a line up there, we'll be good.
Because I've already got it. Right? Yeah. So then I just do this. I complete that line.
Yep.
All right.
My
So
go.
you. Yep.
And this is gone now, right? That's how the Sentinels
yeah,
work?
Yeah, it's gone. I don't think so.
So I need 3 red, 2 yellow, 3 yellow, 3 red, 3 yellow. I wonder if you can ever roll more than 6 dice, or if that's kind of the...
I would think it would get too powerful.
Because these don't seem
could,
to
right?
scale with player count.
Right. Well, you draw more missions with players, so you have more things you have to deal with.
Okay, so a lot of damage.
So you have to discard a red or suffer 2 damage.
Nope, I'm going to re-roll it because of your assist. That's pretty good. So I can do these 2 and a 3.
Yeah, how do you get that kind of damage? Can you change anything to a 5?
No, it's got to be one of those symbols.
Gotcha.
So...
But you've got a 2 there, so you just need to roll 3s. Do you have any 3s on your dice?
This has a 3. And I have a 2. So if one of these becomes that can do the 4.
So you just need a 3.
And then all I need to do is roll a 3.
You could switch this, because that one's more likely to roll a 3.
No, I didn't actually have that. I'm showing you what I could get. This is my roll right now.
Wait, what's this die right here?
That's there.
Why can't?
This is what I just was saying if I get that symbol.
Gotcha.
So this is what I actually have right now.
But it's only once per round? You didn't already do it here?
I have not done it yet.
Oh.
So I have 2, 4, 5, 7, and I need 10.
Mm-hmm.
So if one of these...
You just want to roll all your dice again, because you want this to be a 3 and you want this to be a symbol, right? And then you have it, or you could keep one of these. It's up to you. Really, you need this to get the 4.
Right, but getting a 2 on this is a 1 and 3. These
right, so you might keep one of these unless you want to roll them both. It's
tricky. It's tricky. I don't know. I don't know the answer. You're the math guy.
The X-Men are doing okay. We're struggling our way a little bit through this game. learning it here. That didn't help at all. You just need to roll that symbol. Not that it's easy. I don't know if there's 2 on that side.
So maybe I roll this too? I don't know the answer to that.
No, I don't think so.
Hey.
But that, oh, you can use that symbol as a 5, right?
Yep.
Oh, but you can't, you didn't get a 3? Oh, you needed it on that time.
Darn it, darn it, darn it.
So you didn't get it.
Didn't get it. So each hero suffers 2 damage.
Woo.
But we completed another line.
All right, got it.
Okay. So
All
I
right.
didn't have to use this.
So then danger goes up 3.
Oh.
That go to 11?
Yep.
Okay. We didn't even complete
Another
the first
sentinel.
one. Oh my gosh.
What's it say if it doesn't have a mission to go to?
Most, you replace one. Most, I can't even see what that symbol is. Plus?
Damage requirements, so this one.
So this one here. So we replace this one. I guess for now we're getting our butts whooped.
Oh, God. Okay.
Thought that said solo play. I was like, again? Solo play for what? Oh, got it. You're joining us, and the last 2 weeks I've been doing solo plays without you. It almost was a solo play. This would have been a really crazy solo game.
Do you want to go heal and I'll just take care of this?
Yeah, I think so.
And then I'll heal next turn?
Yep. Do I need to look at one, or am I better to... I can return something?
You can return this, Silver Samurai.
And that reduces it by 1?
For every 1 you reduce, yeah. Good?
What do you mean for everyone you
reduce? For every...
Symbol?
For every villain you get rid of.
Oh, okay. Oh, I could get rid of more.
Right, but we only had the 1. That's not a villain.
Got it.
Okay, this is going to be easy because you go there for 5.
You just got to roll for... You got a 3. You just
save
need
those 2.
anything to be damaged. Oh, I thought you had a 3. You got a 3 now. You're good.
3, good.
Nice.
So we defeat the villain.
1 hero forms a bond.
And each hero trains damage. Oh, but can we not keep damage?
Discipline.
Can we not have more than 1 damage?
Can't have more than 1.
Okay, so...
If you and the other bonded hero have the same mission while you're the active hero, you may exhaust this card and spend a blank result to satisfy any 1 requirement.
So now do you think you can only keep 1 bond? Because discipline's much better than devotion if we got to get rid of 1, is all I'm saying.
Two bonds.
Okay.
All right, and I healed, so then threat goes up 3?
4.
4? Yikes. And we draw breaking point. The hero with the most damage breaks 2 bonds. All right.
So what happens when you break them?
Get rid of them, so I think these are gone.
All right. And new turn.
Yep.
This time.
So now we have to complete this one, and we have to get rid of this guy.
Yeah, but you might be able to do that all on your own.
All right.
I'm going to go here, heal 3. And then I'm going to look at this one. We want to draw mutants, right? So we'll save that there and we'll deal with that. Okay.
All right. I'm rolling.
You want me or you based on what you need? You might want another yellow. Does yellow give you more X's?
No.
Or is X always just 1 on every die?
I assume blue has 2 X's.
Does it?
So I don't think it matters what I roll. I mean, I need damage, so I guess red is slightly better.
Yep. What you have from me?
So I just need another yellow. Oh, and you break the bond, you flip the cards. So now I am dependent and abandoned.
Oh my god.
Oh, 1 hero, so I don't break my bond. Just you do. Two bonds with the same person. All right. So
how do I flip this back?
Discard 1 die. Oh, then I can't do it. Right?
Just get rid of the
I
Sentinel.
can do that. I have this thing here. 2. Now I'm rolling like crazy. I need those 3. Got 1. And I got that. So there goes the Sentinel. All right.
So how do I get rid of this? How do I flip these bonds back?
You have to make a bond, and then you flip them again. But I think he's saying that you can't have more than one with the same person, so we get rid of devotion, which is dependency. Just have abandon.
Okay. Back to here.
Yep. And we lose.
No, we don't lose.
Why not? We had 3 threat.
You said you lose when you run out of red, I thought.
Oh, if it goes past 15.
Oh, I thought it was, oh God, did I misunderstand what you said?
Gotcha. It was if it goes past 15 or you can't draw a red. It was or. You must have thought it was and.
I thought it was there are no red left and it's past 15. Yeah. Oh, wow. So then we really should have just.
Right.
But there was no way because we got this 2, the villain 2 came out.
So much. And for in red, we have to do these extras. So it's like one of those games where it just piles on, right?
Yeah.
You just slide
I feel like there's no scaling for number of players. I guess how many players you have is how many of these come up.
With 3 and 4 players, there's always 3 things out. And with 5 and 6, there's always 4. That's the scaling.
Yeah, but the scaling, though, because we could have got this done with 4 players because 3 of us could have went here and just popped it. Yeah, I don't know. That's interesting. I feel like it doesn't.
Well, we were especially son because these always had, like now, right? If we'd started with these ones on top,
right,
we'd only be worrying about this one. But we went and got Blob, and then we got another one.
Right, because they all had,
a lot more. So let's get that. So let's just see what the next one would have been.
No, secret.
Oh, really? I just wanted to see what we had to do.
Oh, sure. Don't you just flip it over to see?
Oh. I don't know. What is that? Oh, no, this is part... Oh, I should show you that. One hero draws a mutant, put new generation into play. So we would put number 7 into play. So once per round after a hero resolves Cerebro's effect, they may resolve that effect a second time. If the total number of mutants in all heroes' players at the school is at least... Number of heroes plus 1, flip this card. So then we'd have to go get mutants. I don't know what using runs per round after hero resolves Cerebro's effect. Are we missing a card?
No, Cerebro's up there.
Where is it?
It's one of the locations
up there. Oh, I didn't even realize that. Okay, they may resolve that a second time. And then once we got enough, we would flip this over, and then we'd be doing this one. So did I miss that with this new blood? Okay, no. So then eventually what happens, Larry, is, and everybody at home too, eventually you get to some kind of showdown. Where is it with these? Well, guess it's better shown. In here, eventually you get to the end, and there's a showdown where you'd like line 3 cards up.
Oh, that's cool.
And now you've got to defeat these stages. Show that to people there. So that's kind of the end game. You get to a final dice roll, but it's very dependent on those rolls, and the mitigation is tricky, right? Like, I'd way rather these abilities.
What did you just do with those cards we had for the mission?
I don't know. They're all organized by number, and I got a little lost, and I felt like it was boring for the stream, so I went from there. So these cards would get lined up next to each other in terms of that. I feel like I would like these abilities to be more mitigation, you know? I always liked that one-deck dungeon game where you could, like, mitigate.
Right.
That would be a lot more fun to try to figure out how you could get there. I mean, Yahtzee's trying to give you that, but at the end of the day, you're like, I need to roll the 3 on the red in order to pass, right? And attaching these Sentinels is brutal, but maybe we needed to prioritize going there and getting rid of the Sentinel, right?
I think so.
But it's interesting that if you went there and got rid of the Sentinel, you'd suffer 1 damage for failing the rest of the mission. The failure effects are the really brutal part.
Oh, God, yeah.
You know, as opposed to like the Sentinel's on top of the card, and you just go fight the Sentinel and don't suffer the failure effect.
I'm almost there for everybody.
How are you finding them? You're just looking at the back?
Yeah, though for whatever reason I couldn't find.
This one is 3, this one is 5. Is there a 4? No, he clearly goes next to him.
I mean, this
That is not it.
doesn't, but it's got Sentinels in it, right?
It's either got to be a hand or it's got to be beast. Or a handy beast.
Or handy beast.
That is 10, 11. So this one must be 4. Well, that makes no sense.
That's weird. I can find 2. I feel like
on the back of any of those?
No, it's weird. Like
yeah, I'm not sure where they would come from. Oh, we got a whole bunch here from Dale. I'm not a huge fan of Colossus assist cards. Many assist cards give training tokens or bonus when rolling a certain symbol. Yeah. Yeah, so it could be who you end up playing as that could work that. Yeah, it was neat. That Dice Throne Adventures had a lot more like choice, right? Like it's roll your dice and then you have all these options if you want to be able to upgrade or find anything. Maybe it's just maybe this one's only 2 cards next to each other. Maybe that's why. Maybe that's not 3 cards.
Does that look right?
No.
No, that's not. No, it's not it, is it?
That's 23, 21, and 16. You're trying to like randomly put them together.
I'm trying to do it by. Got one. Freaking A, people. All right, there we go. So this would be a final showdown.
Up here. So there you go. So you need to have this final
that's
showdown.
kind of cool that
you
they
fight
did
in
that
different
with the picture.
Stages, I assume. I see some symbols here that represents the number of heroes. Maybe this is a difficulty. Oh, this is a 4 one. This is showing you it's the right card. That one, there's actually another card that goes right there. 10, 11, 8. Why the heck is it on there? That's so weird. So there's a 4th
Well, that's
one.
interesting, but that's how you find it.
It's funny if they would just tell you the numbers. Right, they're showing you that. Like an
So I just need to find one with 4, and it's
And a
all the way to the
left.
left.
Yeah.
Which are there other cards? Because none of these are it.
I don't know.
That's crazy. Oh, and that is just a 2 card.
Yeah, but that's not the one.
That's not the one. What are these?
There's all those cards up there.
Oh man, please! I'm gonna be. Oh, thank God. Oh, here was the Sentinel
There's the
one,
other one.
and here's this one. All right, these are cool though. That is a cool. That's
This
cool.
is how you're gonna fight this one somehow. Either take 2 damage, or he has 2 health, and then fight your way through. The picture there. So yeah, I'd have to figure out exactly. I see something here. 1 less number of players, number of players, 2, etc. Yeah, no, I mean it seemed good. It's the problem with these games where they want to increase the difficulty, and then if the difficulty is tougher, is that it just becomes a sliding.
Right.
Like, oh, now we can't do this, so we're dealing with a tougher card. So then we have to roll more symbols, which we can't do. So then this goes up more, and it just steamrolls right out of control. And you're focused to figure that out.
I mean, we didn't give this a lot of play and opportunity, but I would say what you said initially. And again, I don't like playing 2 heroes.
Yeah.
But I think this is a 3+ game.
Right.
I don't think this is going to
Yeah,
be
it
that
says solos
enjoyable.
with 2 characters. So you have to see
Right, which
in terms of that.
and again, you do that well. I'm not a huge fan
Right.
of that. Like, oh, you could solo this multiplayer game by playing multiple characters.
Right. I don't mind 2. It's usually 3 or more that gets a little tricky for me.
But 2 is definitely odd in this, right? Like
Yeah.
doesn't seem like you have many games are like this. 3, the difficulty goes up. 3 and 4 are the same, so 4 is better than 3, right?
Mm.
So this 4 players easier than 3.
Right.
So, or 4 heroes, I should say.
Nice. All right. Are we doing
me.
some smash up?
I don't think. I mean, we've been going a while, huh?
Yeah.
We'll do that another time.
All right. I guess that's it then.
Is that it?
We'll go back up here. and do all that. Yeah, that got a little thinky with having to read over the rules again. I
didn't realize we lost at that point. That's crazy.
I had scanned the rules, but it just wasn't enough to make it kind of enjoyable in terms of that. You complete a row on a card, you put the success token below the card, and you need to get enough to meet the player requirements below. Okay. Oh, on these ones. Gotcha. So this is where it scales. He's saying when you complete a row, you put it down here, and when you have another number of success, you can do any of these things multiple times. So that's scaling to the number of players. The other cards were not. They were doing the number of cards was scaling to the number of players.
Okay.
But this seems a little more straightforward in terms of, we have to do that once. When we complete one of those, we're done. When we do that twice, do that twice, we've won the game. So
but this could just be 1 and 1, or either 1 twice. Okay, I got you.
The game will shine 3 or more people. Yeah. Right, yeah, it's just on that showdown. Yeah, no, I got that sense too, which we were kind of warned, like 2 players going to be a little weird. So I may take it and try to solo play and see if I can handle 3 characters or something. So.
And then we took characters based on look versus ability, right? Like, so some of these abilities, to Dale's point, might be.
Yeah, there's so many in terms of that.
Oh,
yeah, I don't know. Overall, I enjoyed it, but I was a little bogged down in rules. That's my problem with playing a game when I read the rules fresh, is I'm so stuck on what are the rules that I'm not really playing the game effectively. So that's where if I know the rules ahead of time, it's more relaxing for me, personally. And a little bit my fault. I was supposed to get here earlier and try to read a little bit more. And I read the basic round structure, but I didn't get to all the details, which were clearly where the game was.
Gambit's interesting. He deploys, he can get a training every time he deploys. Yeah, here I am looking at the cards. Cyclops is slightly better than Colossus. He could spend a thing well, maybe not better. Turn up to 2 of your dice to any result.
Any damage result?
Right, so
gotcha.
You can do a 3 and a 3 with the 2 reds. So
right.
Yeah, there's some interesting.
Yeah, I'll have to try it out and see. But I mean, I imagine for people who like X-Men, it's going to be, pretty fun because you're playing the X-Men characters.
Yeah,
the dice portion of it just feels like it could use, to me, initially there. But again, that could be with 2 where we couldn't say the 2 of you go there, the 1 of you go over here, and just realizing what we had to prioritize and focus on might have helped.
Yeah, I mean, the only thing I would say if I was going to give a complaint without really diving into the mechanics of the game is, for what they're doing here, I would have thought there'd be more story to these missions.
Instead of just roll the dice, there'd be roll the dice and 2 of you have to be here?
No, but like Rise of the Sentinels, they give you 2 sentences. That's the story. Play the game.
Oh, literally what you read. You would have thought they'd have a separate little book that you pull out
or
and read
just
a
more
page.
Text on this, and then each one give you more. The story is just very Rise of the Sentinels. Respected anthropologist Bolivar Trask has challenged Professor Xavier to a televised debate. The topic, mutants. But does Trask have other motives? And then it's set up, and that's it.
Yeah, I guess so, but I picture this being a family of 4 sitting around a table rolling dice. No?
No, I mean, this isn't...
You think it's heavier than that?
Yeah, I think it looks lightweight, but it really isn't to some extent, right? I mean,
because you want to know your odds and all that kind of
stuff.
Right,
and you're like, it's not as simple as some of the other dice chuckers to some extent.
So the one I really liked, but it tends to be hard, although I tend to win a little more often, is what's Infinite with the guy turning, Thanos Rising?
Right.
I always liked that one a lot. We then played the Harry Potter one with the kids. The problem with those games is that it's like, Harry and Ron's out there, so I'm going to try to roll to get Ron to come join me. But Ron's really hard to roll for, so I should really be rolling for like Professor Fezziwig, who's really easy, but kids don't want to do that. So I almost let the kids just pick one person that they start with, and then you're off and rolling. So I wonder if you could do something like that with this game where you could progress.
And with those games, there's actually one called Batman Who Laughs.
Yeah.
It's the best version, worst theme.
Gotcha.
For me.
Yeah.
Because the Batman Who Laughs is not what you'd expect.
Did it have a little bit more mitigation with the dice and control?
Well, it had a different thing. It had this whole like villain track up top that things like triggered off of where you were. It was pretty neat, and you had to like get the Batman. Unlike Thanos Rising, where you don't actually beat Thanos, this game you get to a point where you get the Batman Who Laughs, who's the villain, onto the board and beat him.
Yeah.
So
Nice.
It's a good mechanically. I think it's the best one of all of them, but the theme is a little weird that Batman's the villain because that might be the IP they could have afforded at the time. I don't know, but this has some potential. I didn't play it and think it's terrible.
Yeah, and
it's not what I expected
some of those
when I heard a
complaints,
Mutant
there's
game was
8,
coming out.
Like there's 8 of these, 8 standees, and then there's 16 people to play. I just swap them. I mean, they could have given you 16, but it's not that big a deal.
I guess people are worried about this starting to wear down.
Right. I mean, I don't know that the game is super high quality. Like, the cards are nice and the art's nice.
It's got pretty good art, yeah.
You know, it's a little weird with standees in terms of that price. I see where people are a little upset, but I had fun with it. But I think I would have. It's either 55 or 60.
That's a lot for this.
Right.
For what you're getting, I think that's a lot.
But we do want to sell them here at the store.
No, absolutely. But I mean,
but we're being honest.
Yeah, I mean, just from a fair standpoint, there
are games we'd like to see minis, but you don't realize when you get to like Crisis, all those games are $100 when you get to those minis.
Right, but I mean, there's plenty of cardboard games where there's wooden tokens and other stuff, and you're paying $40. This feels like a $40 game because it's cards.
Also, all games have gone up $5 and $10 in the last year. So I'm just saying, you bring it down $10 to $45, but prices have gone up on all games.
Yeah, it's interesting.
Due to things. So, all right, well, that's it for us. What are we doing next? Are we playing Champions next week, or are we taking a week off from Champions?
I think it's going to depend on everything.
Okay.
What else is out there to play? If we got in our thing early, you think we'd get it as early as next week?
No.
It would be in 2 weeks potentially.
Hopefully. Mike's pointing to Code 3 over there, saying we should try that.
That's such a good game.
Yeah, I mean, you can see we have a big Marvel crowd when we do that.
They love Marvel.
But I mean, people will watch things afterward too, so we'll have to figure out what works best in terms of that. I know I wish we could do 2 nights a week, so we could have a night we're playing other games and a night we're playing Champions.
I think that's more feasible in the summer, late spring, mid-spring. All
right. Well, that's it, everybody. Sorry, we kind of like brought the energy down once we got to this game. Trying to learn all this and make things happen, and losing is tough in terms of all that. But thanks so much for watching. Remember to like and subscribe to the channel. Share it with your friends. And we will see you soon. Till next time, I'm the Brandt.
I'm Larry.
Oh, wait, sorry. He's Larry.
He's the Brandt.
And we hope you step
into the portal.
Bye, everybody.
Take care.